Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another live video. So excuse the quality of this live video. I am literally in the dark room right now with a tiny lamp on because I'm currently trying to charge my phone. I wanted to go live earlier, but I was like talking with friends and then my battery level went low and I was like, right, I need to charge it. But the room I'm in, I can't be super loud, so I'm trying to talk on here without being 10 times louder than I usually am, because I'm really loud when I talk. But I've been dying to come on live for you guys. Um, yeah, I'm drinking Pepsi. Thank you so much for the like. I'm drinking Pepsi. Yeah, had it all planned out. I was like, right, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna be drinking Pepsi, and I ended up talking on the phone to my friends, which is okay because sometimes we need balance in life, and this is what I'm learning to do. I'm learning, in order to enjoy life, you need a bit of balance, you need relaxation, you need fun, you need time to laugh with people. Oh, you're up, AP. What is up? What is up? Yeah, you need time to like laugh with people, have a good time, and then you need time to work hard, or to study or whatever. We need to find balance in life, guys. I need to burp because I've been drinking Pepsi. Pardon me. I bet you guys can't hear that. Yeah, but I've been dying to go on live for so long. Like I wanted to go on about an hour ago, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I checked my battery life, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's like on 14%. So I'm charging it right now. So I'm 15% now. That's how slow it charges. Um, I kind of wanted to go in the usual room that I usually do the live videos, but there's it's hard for me to get to the plug sockets, and I just ain't about moving things out the way just to plug in the charger. I'm not about that life. How are you doing, AP? But today was super hot. Alive and kicking, that's what it's about. Today was so hot in the UK, I'm not even joking. Like, it just suddenly went, like, really, really hot, like, compared to how it's been. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Because I'm so used to wearing my beanie hat and coat. 1 second, guys. I was just talking to my sister. Yeah, I'm so used to wearing my freaking beanie hat and my freaking winter coat and stuff. And I was like, great. Do you know what I hate? I'm grateful for weather change, but I just hate the fact that I have to switch from certain clothing to summer. Switching to summer is so hard because you have to find like summer shoes. Oh my gosh, it's like a weird transition. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I was like freaking. I was like, what the hell am I gonna wear? And I had less than an hour to get ready to go meet my friend. I was just like, oh my gosh. And I was so like, oh my gosh, it's not even funny. I shouldn't even laugh at being like, but it's just the fact that I was trying to get ready and I was just like, oh my gosh, I couldn't find anything to wear for summer, and I ended up having to wear a dress. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to wear a dress today. Do you know the struggle is real when you've got so many clothes and you never know what to find. I'm glad you're doing well, Ivy. Yeah, I can feel myself getting sick. Yeah, don't you think that this weather is deceiving though? It's like it's warm, but at the same time it's cold. If you're getting sick, you probably just need to up your vitamins. Like vitamin C is so good. Hi, chosen for ya. How you doing? Thank you guys for the like. My sister's so funny. She literally was like, "I'm just trying to check on you because I always annoy her, right? Because I think she can't hear me right. So I think that's why she came to check on me to see what the hell I'm doing." It's very deceiving. I was stripped off today and I was walking in it and I was thinking to myself, wait a minute, Tanya, what are you doing? I was thinking, what are you doing? Because, like, just because it's hot doesn't mean it's hot. Like, I had a thin strapped, well, my dress is like thin straps, right? So my back was out, right? And I was thinking, I bet I'm gonna get sick from this, man. And then you know what? I could feel the breeze, the proper cold breeze coming in it. And I thought, oh my gosh, I am so gonna get sick. But this jacket I brought with me, but I put it in my bag in it. But I didn't wear it until the evening time. But I just feel like, damn, I'm gonna get sick from this. It's very deceiving. I don't know why I shipped off like that. I think it's because like I was gonna like wear like a turtleneck top, but then when I heard my sister saying how she was sweating when she was outside, I thought, no, I can't even wear that. I can't wear that. I'm gonna have to strip off. Oh, you're Max the Messenger. How you doing? How are you doing? How you doing? Guys, I got 3 likes. Thank you so much for the likes. You guys are so lovely, honestly. Guys, I'm charging my phone, right? I'm on 16%. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I look like in proper lighting. One sec. Let me show you. Because you can't really see me in this light. Right here. Okay, that's a bit bright. Let me shut this door because I'm so loud. Yeah, I put a bit of makeup on today, guys. I made an effort. You don't know how happy I am. Like, I've been going, like, plain face. Guys, if you've got any questions for me, drop them down below, honestly. Like, I've been wearing a bit of makeup. Guys, you know what? Let me be honest. I know I said this on my other live video. I am creating a signature look. Right? I even did my nails. Look, guys. I'm not a chip now, but I'm creating a signature look. So, what that means is, right? In the comments. Right, let me see. You guys put some messages in. When the weather changes so suddenly, you're more than likely going to get ill, don't you think? Yeah. I don't think it's really hot though. It's hot, but there's some breeze behind it that you don't even realise it's happening. It's like putting on a heater on, right? And then you go outside and it's freezing cold. Why does it get so cold in the evenings? That's not right. Yeah, so I feel like I'm gonna be sick tomorrow. Like my nose has been running tonight. And I'm like, why is my nose running if it's meant to be hot? Jonathan Viesa, I don't understand people that act like they can't stay in God's will for 30 days at least. We are gonna address that. Can you please give an example of one case scenario and we're gonna dive into it? Oh, you're so sweet, AUP. You said even prettier in the light. Yeah, I looked all right today, you know. I really made an effort today, right? I had eyes looking at me today, and I was not interested. I was like, if any man looks at me today, I'm gonna be so mad. But me and my friend, we were out, my daughter, right, we were out, and like people were looking. It was so annoying, though, so annoying, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Um, Joseph, yeah, said, do you think spiritual warfare has increased or decreased? God said it's decreased. God said that spiritual warfare has decreased, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why it's decreased, because a lot of people are becoming awakened to what spiritual warfare is. When you know what something is, it doesn't have that big effect on you anymore. But when you're blinded by it, it works. Because, you know, when I talk to people that are in the world, right, I've got nothing against people that's in the world. I'll tell you that now. I've got nothing against that, right? But when I talk to people in the world, yeah, when I tell them like my viewpoint, they're like, oh, that makes sense. Like when they're in problems with people, right? And I'm like, you know what? That's because they're negative energy and blah blah blah. And they're like, wow, because they see it as, if someone has a problem with them, they see it as that individual person. They don't see it as an energy thing going on. They don't see it as that. I hope you guys understand what I mean by energy, because obviously, um, I can go more into that. But yeah, it's the people that are aware. Hi, Angelica. How are you? When people see what's really going on, yeah, it doesn't phase you. Like, I just say phase you. It doesn't phase you. Like, you just like, oh, this is happening again. And then it's basically what happens is spiritual warfare will get decreased because you already know what's going on. When you know, if you're in a situation where someone is gossiping about you, for example, right, and you know that they're going to gossip about you again, and you know their games, you know they're telling everybody to turn everyone against you, you're not going to be bothered. Thank you so much for the likes. You're not going to be bothered, so their game becomes weaker. Once you know someone's game, it's game over. It's game over for them, right? When people figure people out, it's game over because they can't trick you anymore. It's if, for example, let me give you a good example, guys. If okay, then we should use Chosen for Ya. Chosen for Ya. If I kept saying to you that I love you, right, and you believed it, you was like, oh, Tanya loves me, and then you hear a secret recording of me saying that, I've just told him that I love him and I don't mean it. I'm going to trick him and get all his money, right? Just imagine that. My mind just told me that someone's doing that to somebody on here. There's somebody tricking somebody to get their money. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. That was meant to be an example, but it's actually really happening to somebody. But anyway, let's go back into... God is telling me not to go back into my story. Oh my gosh. I tried to say something and God's like, no, stick on that topic. Yeah, there's somebody out here. I don't know if anyone's watching this video. I don't know if anyone might be able to resonate with this, but someone's being fooled. Someone's got someone that's pretending to like them, but really they're after their money and they're talking about you behind your back and saying to someone, I've just told them this and I'm going to get all their money. I think because example this is real, this is going on. Do you know what, guys? I'm not gonna lie to you, right? I was talking to this female, she's so beautiful. She's in a, how old is she? She's really young. She could be like 20 or something like that. I don't know. She's gorgeous. She's such a nice lady. I met her online, right? And I'm happy for her. We don't really speak that often, but she's in a relationship now. And I said to her, you should go and buy yourself some roses because you deserve to make yourself really excited for life. Do you know what I replied to a message after that and I said to her, I'll reply better once I read it, but I didn't get back to her, right? And she sent me two more messages and I thought that was weird because she doesn't do that. If I don't reply to her, she's not going to chase. She's not going to chase, basically. And I went to her messages, right, today, and there's a picture of roses, right, and she messaged, she goes, remember, this happened after you said that? And I thought, what did I say? And I went back up to the chat, and it was where I said roses, and she told me her boyfriend brought her roses after I sent that message. I was like, yo, oh my God, that's crazy. That is actually crazy. And as I was texting her, right, because she wasn't online when I texted her, right, and I had an image of her hand with like French manicure nails and a ring finger, like a silver ring on, like, in the, oh my gosh, guys, in that finger, this finger here, but on the right hand, so that's not engagement. But I think I said it to her. I said, like, I had an image of like your hand with a silver ring, and I said it doesn't mean engagement ring, but I think it's engagement. But I just said to her, I played it out. I was like, I don't think it's engagement because if you tell a girl that someone's gonna get engaged to them, and it doesn't happen, they're gonna be pissed. They're gonna be so pissed. So I think this guy's gonna propose to her, blood. I actually think, but I don't want to gas her up and then it doesn't happen. But she's gonna probably come back to me and be like, "Oh, he proposed to me." Can you imagine? Thank you for the emojis, guys. Can you imagine? April goes, "Now you're right." Yeah, people are like tricking people like that, like talking about them. If we heard the conversations people were having behind our backs. Did anyone watch That's So Raven back in the day? That's So Raven, yeah, had like there was one episode with That's So Raven where she could hear what people was thinking about her. It was when the family came to visit and they were bitching about people. They was chatting shit in their minds. And she was looking at them like this, like, who you talking about? It was so funny. It was so funny. I'm gonna read the comments now, guys. Energy doesn't lie. You're absolutely right. I hear only spirit speaking through you. Oh, that's actually beautiful. Well, I appreciate that. I don't want to be like, yeah. And then people start talking about me being like, oh, she thinks Holy Spirit's talking for her. So I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, it's speaking through me. Um, I have a lucky note for you. What is it then? Lucky note? Sounds good. Lucky couple. I'm not going to go that far with lucky couple bit because I know I don't really get the vibe that he is the one for her. But I feel like he sees her worth. What I mean is, like, what's beautiful about people in this world, right? Even if they're not going to be your future partner, if they're not going to be your friend forever, what's beautiful in those small moments when people actually treat you the way you deserve to be treated? Can I get amen in here? Right. If you're a lovely person and someone buys you a treat, that's beautiful, right? Even if they're not going to be in your life forever, it's nice when people see your worth. It's like when a teacher gets gifts from her students, when, in primary school, when they get gifts. They see your worth, they appreciate everything you do. Hey, guys, I wish I could read mine. I'm getting hot in this jacket. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting super hot. One sec, guys. I need to charge my phone as well. Because I can't put my charger on in here, which is so annoying. Let me just park my phone somewhere. I'm sure they've got potential to be happy. Um, I don't know. I don't know. They're still young. Well, what's beautiful is you brought her roses. Like, to be honest, no one's brought flowers for me except for my mom. There's no guy that's ever brought me flowers. I haven't got nothing against men. Right? If man don't want to buy me flowers, that's cool. But yeah, no man's brought me flowers before. I'm sure if I told a guy to buy me flowers, I'm sure he would. I'm sure he would. I need some catchy song. Chosen for, yeah, you didn't give me example of when I told you to give me example because I was going to dive into that topic. I'm going to just put this here out. Let's just charge my phone in a bit. Oh my gosh, my necklace, man. I'm not really sure about this necklace. I feel like it's not, it's a horseshoe, but I feel like that's devil. I don't know. I brought it ages ago. I brought it when I was in my, I think I was in my mid-20s at the time when I brought it. I worked in Topshop then. Topshop, it was outfit. It was lots of shops together. Topshop, Dorothy Perkins, Topman, Burton, Miss Salvage, and Wally's. I worked in there, and Topshop had 10% off for your birthday, and I thought I'd treat myself to a nice necklace, right? But yeah, I thought I'd put it on. But yeah, I'm trying to correct my signature look. So basically, when I say signature look, what I'm trying to do is I'm working with a certain image, and then when I wear clothes, I need to take this jacket off. It's so hot. Right, when I when I add clothes to my signature look. Hi Russell, how you doing? When I add clothes to my signature look, I work with it. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, um, I've created a palette. I want a signature look. When I say signature look, um, Russell, what's up? When I say signature look, I want people to see me in clothes and be like, yeah, that's Tanya's style. Do you get it? Because it's so easy to create different styles, especially for women. Women tend to create different styles, and what you're doing is you're creating one look one day and a different look that day, and then you feel like people are not seeing your image, right? Um, Hi, Harold, how you doing? You feel like people are not seeing a certain image, so you're creating different styles. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to work with a certain palette, right? If I wear makeup, I want to wear the same makeup. It's like when I wore blue lips. Like you haven't seen me wear blue lips again in a long time. So I'm not creating a signature look. Hi, Riaz, how you doing? Thank you, AP. Right, I'm gonna read Chosen's 3 year comment. Like, take a guy doing something I love, but they're like another third party thinking at a spot. Wait, let me read this. Right, let me read this. Right. Like, take a guy doing something out of love. Like, for example, take a guy doing something out of love, but they're like, and they like another third party. So we're talking about a love triangle, thinking out of spite, but you can feel that the energy is not right based on their old actions and mindset. Ah, so you're talking about like a love triangle. We call it in the UK a love triangle, right? Well, this one person is dealing with two people, right? And no one call me out for doing the triangle. This is not Illuminati. Thank you for the heart. um, so what happens is one person is messing with two people and they're bringing different energies into the connection, is what you're saying. But the third person is thinking out of spite. You can feel the energy not right. Okay, yeah, but you can kind of feel when there's different energies coming into a connection. To be honest, when someone is cheating, you can always tell that someone's cheating. You can always tell because their attention and energy is elsewhere. Okay, you can have people's attention on work, but you gotta really be clued up to know when you. It's always obvious when someone's cheating. Let's be real. I don't know how people think they can play this game of cheating and think that people ain't gonna know. There's somebody on here not cheating, but they're playing with two people's minds or something like that, or they're not being genuine to one person and being real to somebody else. But the person that you're being real to isn't isn't trusting you. Do you get it? So this happens a lot where people give their energy to somebody else, and then the other person they're not really being genuine with them, but the person that they're giving their all to doesn't really feel them like that. Um, Riaz, I'm not gonna react to you, Russell said bring on the blue. Yeah, I have blue lipstick on. I don't do it anymore. But obviously, when I work with my signature look, you guys are gonna see me bringing in certain styles. Like now, I've done dark nails because I want that to be part of my signature look. So you can kind of see like I'm bringing in like the winter vibes, and I love it. So I'm doing this color because I like it, not because I see everybody else wearing it. Do you get it? Do you see the difference? Um, which is what people should do more often. Create your style palette and you feel good, right? And you work with what you've got instead of buying more trash, right? Let me see the comments. I think makeup looks trash on women. Women would want men doing makeup. Let's go into that, Harold. So you say, I think women, makeup looks trash on women. It depends on the makeup. It depends what you do. Because sometimes some makeup is good. Oh, one of my bare. Makeup can be good for hiding things like scars, acne, flaws. It can make you feel a bit more confident. But then some people overdo makeup or they think that, it looks a certain way. Again, if you create your style palette, then it's okay. You know what I mean? Um, it's spring where nothing. Trust me, if I went at commando, right, people would have a heart attack, right? They would pass out and die because they do not want to see that, right? They don't want to get nightmares. Oh, AP's in makeup is fine. AP's chilled like that. Russell said you're naturally beautiful. Do you know I got makeup on right now? Not a lot of makeup though. But now that it's starting to get a bit warmer, guys, I'm gonna have to just switch up my style a bit and adapt to a summer palette. But I don't want to strip off too much. Oh, AP, I was watching my old live video and you was on there. I was wearing a red dress and you said I look good. And I told you that I got a khaki dress in the same dress, khaki green. This is the khaki green version of the red dress. You probably won't even remember now. Rossa said you're lying. All right, let's put this drink down. Right, I'm gonna tell you where I've got makeup, right? It's very minimal, right? Ready? So I've got nothing here. This is my natural brows, right? I've got mascara on. So this my eyelashes go down, right? Ignore dry skin here. I don't know, I got dry skin there. Um, yeah, so my eyelashes go down naturally, like they go into my eyes like an elephant, right? So I brought a mascara yesterday, and I was like, right, I need a mascara for my signature look because I'm not going to be doing makeup and not have mascara. So the mascara makes my lashes go up, so you can kind of see they're not natural, right? They're not natural, right? And then I've got eyeliner here, black eyeliner, but you can't really see it here. But yeah, I've got eyeliner on, so it makes my eyes pop. And then nothing on my face, right? Just cream, right? And then here I had lips, right? But it's come off now. Um, yeah, so it's not loads of makeup. It's just very little, a little touch, right? I've not got in my eyes. I'm just, oh, Avie, that's so sweet. We belong together. No, I'm not saying that to you, Avie. I'm just saying, when Marco, I'm in a good mood today. We belong together, baby. You left, I lost a part of me. Everyone's sung that bit. I really can't sing. Thank you so much for saying very nice eyes. That's really, really sweet. That is so sweet. But they probably just look nice because I got a tiny bit of makeup on. But you see, when I build up my signature palette, I'm probably gonna do like brown smoky eyes. You know what? The plan is, right? It's not about wearing makeup. It's about bringing looks together so people can say, oh, that's Tanya's look, right? But let's be real, you guys know I'm going to always switch up my look, right? So it's really fun doing this signature palette because what I'm doing is I'm working with each element. So when I did my nails this colour, guys, I was all in white. I wore the white jacket, the white hat, and then it was like a pop of this colour because I used to be a fashion freak. I used to love fashion so much. I used to always be studying it online. When I say studying, I used to create outfit palettes. And what people didn't realise, they would say to me, why do you wear makeup? But makeup was part of my fashion. So you can tell when I wear like bright blue lips, because I see it as expressing like different looks and I'm not scared to play with colour. So you look like a Catwoman. You look like the Catwoman. DC superhero. I don't know which one that is, or maybe Thunder Girl. I know who Catwoman is, but I don't know the exact one that you're talking about. Thunder Girl. Who's Thunder Girl? I'm gonna have to Google this. Russell said she does. Who's that? Who is that? Yeah, so guys, I'm gonna really play around with like, I want to find out what palettes go with these nails, especially in the summer. Because come on, wearing dark colors in the summer, it's not really a vibe. I hope you guys Catwoman stop it. I don't even know who she is. I've watched Batman like the cartoon, but if you're on about someone in particular, I don't know who you're talking about. Is it because I was singing? Was it when I was singing? Did I look like Catwoman? That's funny, guys. Mm. It's so sweet. Today, I was out today, and then my friend had to go, had to rush off to meet someone. And this guy, he works in a shop. He was talking to me, right? And he offered to buy me a meal. I was like, thank you so much. He got me, well, I slept in my meal, right? We sat down and ate, and we talked for a bit, and he took me home. Thankfully, no freaky business. And yeah, he took me home, and this is the drink I'm still drinking. I really appreciate him because I was so hungry. I got like a chicken wrap with fries, and when I tell you, I was so full. I was like, oh my gosh, I had to take the chips home. And it was so nice. I was like, should I pay? And he was like, no, I've got card. And I was like, okay, sorry. Halle Berry is who they're referring to, Tanya. Oh, Halle Berry. I really don't look like Harry. I really don't look like. I really don't look like Halle Berry. Come on, guys. You guys are too sweet. I really don't look that good. Come on. You also said you have very nice skin. That's because the light is right behind this camera, so it's making me glow. Thank you for the hearts. I really don't have that kind of skin. When you left, I lost a part of me. It's just so hard to. Did I take him home? No, he dropped me off to my house. I know his friend though, and I said to his friend, I said, "Is he safe?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, no problem. You'll be fine with him." And I was like, "Okay." And he heard me say it. He was like, I went in the car and he was like, "Don't worry, I'm safe." And I was laughing. I was like, "Oh my gosh, you heard me say it." This is not Bia Abdullah. 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 Adora, Adora. Sorry, guys. It's Pepsi. This is a fizzy drink. It's so good. If I could, guys, if I could, I'll put it through the screen for you to drink it. But obviously, you don't want to drink it if I've drank off it. Oh, do you know when people are like, when people are so obsessed with celebrities and they're like, oh my gosh, they drank from this drink. I gotta drink it. Or they're like, oh, they touched my hand. I'll never wash my hand again. When I tell you guys, there's someone, right? Oh my God. There's this man, right? He broke up with his ex, right? Guys, if there's any children on here, please get out. He broke up with his ex. And guys, if you're Christian, right, or if you're someone that believes in God and you don't like to hear any vulgar words, come off this live right now. If you're watching the playback, come off because I'm gonna say something really dirty. And if you're someone that's very sensitive to dirty stuff, get off this live. But there's this man, right, and he had beep with his ex, right, and they broke up. He didn't wash down there because he wanted to keep her scent on him. Sorry guys, I can't. I actually can't. someone's someone's actually putting the laughing emoji. I bet you so many people left my live when I said that. I do apologise, guys. Right, let me read all these comments. Who's R121? Um, Russell's laughing. Russell loved that. Oh my goodness, the things people do. Some people got some weird kinks. Like, I'm not here to judge. Okay, I'm judging, but come on. Like, that is like when people have a celeb and they're like, oh, they touched this. I'll never wash my hand again. Hey, you're Arab. Abdullah, Abdullah. Abdullah, Abdullah. How do you say it? It's Abdullah. Abdullah. Salam, mahaba. Mahabaki. I don't understand what you're saying. Abdullah, Abdullah. Abdullah, Abdullah. Mahaba. Mahaba, Abdullah. Mahabaki. Chosen for yes said never. I can't remember what I said. Somebody said well done. I want to one, do one G. Russell said, huh. AP said, oh. And don't worry, that was not my ex, by the way. It's someone I knew, right? AP goes in his movie, that's nuts. You'd be surprised what people are doing out there, guys. No, I don't speak Arabic. Mahabaki. Who's Spiritual Renaissance? Wait, I googled someone called Renaissance on YouTube. Is he? I can't even search it because I'm on that app. Who is Spiritual Renaissance? There's no way my dad would be on here. There's no way. There's no way in hell he would be on here. Abdullah, how kind you are. Thank you. How do you say thank you in Arabic? Russell said people are weird. Yes, they are. Anyway, let me not be judgmental. How's my battery not died yet? One sec. 8%. I'm gonna have to charge it in a bit. Well, I've got dry skin here. Right. Yeah, so the whole, guys, I'm trying to work on my image. Like, I'm trying to think if I want this necklace in my signature palette anymore. And I'm trying to work with it. I feel like with this, I feel like it's giving like dark, emo, more gothic vibes, right? I used to do gothic makeup, you know. Not that bad, but like smoky eyes, black lips. I used to wear black lipstick, right? So nice of that guy to buy me a meal. I'm so grateful. Do you know how nice that was? I ate with him, right? I was proper full, and I was like, you know what? Thank you so much, because I actually didn't know what I was gonna eat tonight. I was like, it was coming. Do you know what time it's coming to? 10 p.m. I never even had dinner yet. Can you believe? Because I was gonna get dinner with my friend, and she was like, I'm not that hungry, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, it would have been so easy to eat a meal right now. You're in the USA. Where in the US are you from? Two people watching on one of them. It says five on my side, but mine is a bit delayed. Yeah, keep the necklace. Oh, AP said it looks nice in you. Good to see you taking care of yourself. I'm trying because, guys, it's been a long journey for me because I've been going through. I don't know. I don't want to complain about my life, but the things I've been through, I didn't that I wasn't showing my self-care and stuff like that. Um, and it always felt forced. It always felt like if I put makeup on, it was forced. Do you know what I mean? Like I felt like, okay, guys, look, I'm wearing makeup. It's almost like you're pushing yourself to make an effort. So with the signature palette, it's not being forced. It's a natural habit where I'm burping again, guys. It's a natural habit where you keep the same makeup look and you know that every time you get ready, you got to do that look. So it's easy. You're just doing the same thing. It's like wearing work uniform. You know you've got to iron your clothes. You know you've got to put it on. It's easier. But when you go from not wearing something to then forcing yourself to wear it, it's effort. So I'm building my palette slowly, definitely, and I really like the looks I'm doing so far. My favorite is the nails. I just love the whole, yeah. This is like a burgundy color, but I want to do brown because I feel like brown looks nice, or black. It's so nice, and yeah, I definitely wouldn't have done these colors in this season because what it is, it was cold. It was cold. Yes, well, when I last went out, it was freezing cold, so I was wearing winter stuff, and it was just nice because it was like I was bringing the whole all white look, which made it feel like spring, but at the same time, I'm keeping warm and wearing like dark colors. Yeah, yeah, I have, guys. I'm not joking. I have a lot of makeup. I have so many clothes, right, and there's so many different looks I can do. But if I sit down and be like, I want to create this look, I want to create that look, it's exhausting. So I'm trying to bring things back to basics and trying to apply what works for me. So if you are a male or a woman and you want to buy new clothes, right, you should bring it back to basics and think, right, this is the kind of wardrobe I have. Um, what clothes would complement the look that I'm trying to go for. And that's how you shop sensibly, because it's so easy to go in a shop and you let the shop decide for you. It's the same with foods as well. It's so easy to go in a shop and pick up any kind of foods, but you're not thinking about how it nourishes your body. You're not thinking about if it is gonna benefit your health. There's people with health issues. If you are someone that's struggling with something in your health, guys, there's always something we are struggling with. Can I use an example? If you're someone that's struggling with allergies, for example, right, and you're still buying the foods that's giving you allergies, you're destroying your what's it called? Your system. There's a certain word for it though. You're destroying your system because you're constantly giving your system the things that it doesn't want, and it's not healthy. So we need to really think about, what we're putting into our bodies, what's working for us is what I'm trying to say. I hope you guys been in the tracksuit every day, gym life. I think that's okay though. Charles Humphrey, yes, said it is summer out there. No, it's deceiving. It's summer. Like now, it's freezing cold in this room, and I am cold. But I was getting hot when I was wearing this. That's the temperature we've got going on. I feel like for AP with the tracksuit, I feel like it works because I feel like you are someone that probably it's easier for you to put on a tracksuit because you know eventually you go to the gym. So for you that works. But say if you're going out for a meal, probably you might want to switch it up a bit. I don't know. Yeah, the nervous system. We need to really connect with ourselves, and this is what I'm doing. Because I'm wearing a bit of makeup, I'm not feeling guilty for wearing makeup. I'm not feeling like I have to wear makeup, but I'm doing it because I'm trying to create a style palette that when I do go out, people can see that's my image, if that makes sense. And I want to get to the point where I'm using the things that are for me. Does that make sense? Not just buying it because it's the latest trend. I'm buying it because it goes with my palette. And it's probably, I'm going to get sick of this palette eventually and be like, oh, scrap the palette. Oh, guys, I need to charge my battery. I just wish that I could just plug my phone in and it would fully charge. Which means I've got to go another room. It's so cold in here, guys. This is what I mean about this weather. You cannot strip off because usually if it's hot, you should be able to wear summer pajamas, but you can't. Of course, I've got going out clothes and then gym wear. It could be, it probably works for you, as I said, because probably your lifestyle is just easier to put on those clothes and probably you like how it feels and probably you feel good wearing it as well. If that's the case, that's actually a good thing, if that makes sense. It's like you see when people wear jewelry, that's their signature look. They wear jewelry all the time. That's their look. So I want to create my palette. Because when I was younger, I wanted to always look different all the time. I wanted to look great to impress the world, and I didn't ever stop to think about if these styles really represent me. Is this a style I really want, or is it to get an applaud from people? Is that how you say applaud? Okay, applauded by people. Gosh, I can't speak English, guys, but you guys get my point. Um, I hope you said exactly. Yeah, it probably makes you feel good. You buy your good quality clothes, and when you're wearing them, you feel good and blessed. Like you feel like, yes, this is what I worked for. So for your case, it works. I feel like men tend to do have a palette. I think men always have like a certain style that they do go for. They won't just buy something that they know they're never gonna wear. So I feel with men they're clever when it comes to clothing. Um, but with women, we tend to just buy what we see that we like, and then we never wear it because we feel like we can't wear it, it's not wearable, if that makes sense. Oh, my phone is on 6%. Just trying to think if I put it in the kitchen, maybe. I'm thinking, but I'm not thinking. Yeah, so 1 second, guys. I'm thinking about bringing the charger in that room, but I just don't want to move a bunch of stuff out of the way just to charge it. Yes, women buy just for liking and buying purposes. Yes, we do. We get women. We like pretty stuff. We like if we see something that catches our attention, we want it. Um, I'm gonna tell you the secret behind that actually. 1 second. Come over for tea. I wish I could. I wish I could. I'd love a good cup of tea just to talk. Have a good chit chat with you. If I sound really weird, it's because I'm trying to speak quiet. Because in this room, guys, if I speak loud, it vibrates upstairs where people are sleeping. I don't want to be waking up the whole house. That's not the one. Yeah, I'm gonna just say it here. The reason why that happens, AP, because I'm gonna tell you the secret. Women, okay, what they do, right? Women get scammed. So if you picture a shop, right? Thank you for the hearts. If you created a clothing shop, AP, for women, right? What you would do is you probably have like one section for prom dresses, beautiful long dresses that are draping onto the floor, and they've got a nice diamante. So that you put pretty things on there to catch the woman's attention. And then you'd have another wall for like short summer dresses, right? Things that are really pretty and expensive, where it's like floor print. So the woman would be like, oh, that's floor print, I'm gonna get that. Or that's got like stripes, I'm gonna buy that, right? And then you'll have the basics, you'll have the t-shirts, right, where everyday wear. And then you'll have the jeans. The jeans is a good one because it really scams women, because women are buying the jeans, right, because they need a new pair of jeans, but they're not getting the time to sit down and think, do these jeans work for me? Right, do they flatten my body or whatever, right? So what happens is a woman will go in the shop and see the prom dress, right? And she'll be like, oh, I've got to get that. That's so beautiful, right? And then she might buy it for one occasion, right? But then when another occasion comes, she won't want to wear that dress because she no longer likes it. Thank you for the hearts. So what happens is women buy things that are pretty, that they like, but it's never something that they can wear again. Do you get the point? Because women want to look really good for that one day, but to wear that outfit again, it doesn't work, right? I'm not going to go to Tesco in a long prom dress, right? So we buy these pretty gorgeous dresses because it represents like glam, and this is how shops scam women. Because if it's a man only needs to buy like a white shirt and a tie and a blazer, right? And then he'll wear that again, like for a special occasion. But then they'll have they love their basics. They love like their t-shirts, their basic jeans, their shoes that most of their shoes they wear most of the time anyway, right? If they go to the pub, they'll wear those black formal shoes. If they go to a wedding, they'll wear those shoes, right? But women, we have so many different things that doesn't fit with everyday life, right? That's how they get scammed. Um, you gotta come over to mine for tea first. Kiss my teeth. I hope it's funny. Russell, you asked me a personal question. My mind told me not to answer that, so I'm not gonna answer it. Because my spirit does pick up on certain things, and if I'm not supposed to answer a question, it'll tell me. Chosen for yes or facts. Do you plant stuff? I really want to plant. You must be spiritual because I really want to experience like planting things like that grow like fruit and stuff like strawberries or something, like a strawberry plant. I think that's good if you can grow your own food or your fruits and stuff. It's not it's not a case of like I want to grow my own food because of the supermarkets. So guys, I'm burping. It's more of a case of listen to this, guys. Listen to me, good. It's a healing thing. It's like you're connecting with the earth, right? And this is not. I'm not trying to be religious, right? I'm trying to be spiritual. You're birthing something. There's something beautiful about birthing something. If you had a money, right? I think a lot of people in here will relate to this. Even AP. If there was if there was seeds for money tree, right? Imagine when you plant that and you water it, right? And then eventually, like you plant it in winter and then in spring it starts to come through and then you see money on the tree and then you get to take it, because there's something about planting things, right? And then you get the results after. Isn't it beautiful? Because you see what you planted and you're like, wow, that was worth it. So planting like a tree for like tangerines or strawberries, right? And you get to benefit from that. You get to There's lots of options with that. You can either pick from it and feed your family, or you can feed your neighbors. That is beautiful, right? or you can sell it to investors and make money off it. You can be like, you can bring it to like small local shops and they can buy it off you, and you go, look, I've got a bunch of strawberries, and they'll be like, I can buy that off you for such and such price depending on how much it weighs. You know, we can do great things in life, honestly, guys. We can do a lot of great things. Oh, thank you, Russell, for saying I would be great in a prom dress. I've never worn a prom dress in my life though. Carbon footprint, yes. That's not why I didn't answer though, not because of carbon footprint. Thank you for the hearts. Just a second, guys. Apologies, guys, I got interrupted. Lee is here. I wonder if I think of you, I see. If I think of you, I see you turn up here. I missed you. Oh, God bless you too. Russell said, God bless you. Russell, why are you copying off Lee? That's funny. Right, I got back 2%. I'm on 8%. Wait, 1 second, guys. Guys, as you guys know, I've got a problem with the charger situation. I wish that I could just, you know what it is? I don't want to bend my charger wire as well. So I might have to somehow sort this out so I can put the charger in here so I can stay on live properly instead of going from room to room. AP's laughing. I got to go to bed. I've got football in the morning. Oh, enjoy football. Enjoy football. Hope you have fun. 5 likes, guys. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm so thirsty. It's unreal. Do you know when you drink fizzy pop, guys, it dehydrates you. So the more drinking this, the more I feel proper thirsty. I'm not even joking. I'm feeling a bit guilty now, guys. So annoying. I'm quite how do I put this into words? God is telling me not to say it. Oh, I'm not gonna say it then. I was about to complain, guys, but he's telling me not to say it. He's very protective. Yeah, I don't want to say he's protective. He's protective, but he doesn't. But I'm going to go into this, guys. Let me turn this light off because there's no point me keeping this light on if nobody's going in there, right? Right, so I want to teach you guys something, right? Because there's power in what we say, right? And it's hard to word this. Hi, Tong Tong. Tong Tong. Lee said it's a reflection of my wisdom, knowing I may show love, but it's not always returned, so it's wounded, but still beating. I'll get to that in a bit. I'll get back to you. Oh my gosh, I've got a bite, guys, and it's so itchy. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna go into AP because you know like I'll go off on a tangent and then I forget what I was meant to say. So this is gonna be very hard to explain it. So um what we say is very powerful, right? And a lot of people don't realize how powerful it is. And I want to go really deep into it, but I don't know how to go deep into it because it makes sense in my head. So if when you put something out there, guys, when you say something, right, you can't take it back. Thank you, Lee, for saying I'm glowing. It's literally a light bulb behind me, that's why. Once you've said those words, and we all know this, you cannot take back. But there's power in you and God, right? We all think that, we're connecting with everybody, right? But at the end of the day, there's one true, huge a connection between us and God. Whether you believe in Him or not, you're on this journey and He's following you along this journey. Does that make sense? So, I could say something to AP, I could say something to Tong Tong, right? But at the end of the day, the words that I've said is connected to me and God, right? So when you see in the Bible, especially in Exodus, I think it was Exodus when um Moses, there was a lot going on. People were talking about Moses behind his back. They were gossiping behind his back about him. But what I'm trying to say is, even though they've spreaded those words amongst each other, what happened was there was something going on between them and God, and that's when they got punished, right? So if someone is cursing you, right, and God is protecting that person, God has now got an issue with you, is what I'm trying to say. So what we're saying and what we're putting out, right, we have to understand that if I say something to you, right, I've got to now deal with God as well, right? So there's something about what you're saying, and there's a lot of people, right, they're doing good things on earth, right, but then they go and say something, right, that ruins it, right? So let me do this is going to make sense to somebody, right? Just imagine, guys, right, I've got a husband, right, I've got a loving husband, right? 'Cause that's a big one. A loving husband, he takes care of me, right? I want for nothing, right? He is there at the snap of my finger. If I say to him, come and help me, he comes and helps me, right? He's everything to me, right? If I He's done all those good things because God watches when we do good things, right? He's bent over backwards for me, right? And then this one moment, I'm talking to somebody about him behind his back, right? And I think it's innocent because I'm thinking these people, they don't know him. It's never gonna go back to him, right? So I start saying, you know what, my husband, he gets on my nerves, or can't stand him sometimes. Do you know what happens? God's just heard that, right? He's heard that. And I think it's innocent because I've just told somebody that doesn't really know him, and I think, oh, it's harmless. But I've just done something now because I've just put that out there, right? And a lot of us don't know that what we're saying, right? I can't speak for God. I can't say when you do this happens. But what you put out there, oh my gosh, guys, I'm burping like crazy because of this drink. What you put out there, right? You cannot take back. Yes, be mindful of what you say. What God bless, no man can curse. Yes, amen to that. Um, so if you help somebody, right, you help them, right, and then you start saying something, right? Okay, if I help you, AP, right, I help you out, right? You want me to build a fence for you, right? I don't know why you would ask me to do that, but I'm doing it. I'm bending over backwards, and then I'll go and say to somebody, you know what? I've done everything for AP, and he does nothing for me. Don't say that, guys. Don't say, because your favor that's been done can probably because remember, God pays us for what we do. He rewards us, right? But you just ruined everything. You've just ruined it. You've just complained, right? What I'm trying to say is, right, there was another example that I really want to give because I thought about this ages ago, probably like this month, right? um I can't remember the example, but I'm going to try and make one up. If you've done something for somebody, for example, right, and God is proud of you for doing that, the worst thing you can do is um boast about it, or um tell people what you've done, because then you're trying to get validation from others, even though we all know that you shouldn't do that. But just be, don't not everybody needs to know what you've done, and that person that you've done it for doesn't need to know that you've done a good deed, right? I've helped somebody and they probably don't even realize that I've helped them. But I don't need to be like, oh, do you know what? I really helped you out. You don't need to tell people. It's between you and God, right? Do it from the goodness of your heart, basically, yes. But we have to be careful what we're saying. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, for example, you know how that guy brought me a meal today? Imagine if I was on here saying, "Oh, you know what? He brought me a meal, but you know what? I don't really like him. I don't need to say that, right? He's done a good deed. Appreciate it, because people don't need to buy you stuff, but people, their mouths just so ugly, because if you're thinking something, not everything needs to be said, right? You have to be careful what you're saying, what you're putting out there, right? If you're saying toxic stuff, right, it's causing problems for you, right? People know this, because some people say, oh, um they say, oh, you know what, someone that you love, like they might say something toxic about someone that you love, and then the words come back to them, it happens to them instead. My battery level, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys, that's why my battery was not charging, and that's why it died like crazy, because I had my 4G on, my data on. That's why it was taking so, oh my gosh, it was taking so long to charge, and that's why it's dying quicker. I just realised. Um, I'm trying to get through these comments. I'm gonna skim read through them and then answer. Yeah, the devil can't read minds. I agree. I think that's fair enough. It's more than that, guys. It's like, um, just in general, like you say, if I'm here and someone's done a good deed, not for me, but they've done it for somebody else, and then I'm chatting crap about them. Like we need to just be careful what we're doing when we're talking about people. Guys, this is not about it's dry skin. We need to be careful, like just our energies and what we're saying and what we're doing, right? Watch. Just see things. You don't have to comment on everything, right? There's a lot of people just commenting unnecessarily, and sometimes people are trying to manipulate situations by talking about stuff, right? Like if say if I'm like, oh, no one buys me flowers, and I'm hinting at somebody to buy me flowers, that's manipulation, right? You need to be careful what we're doing. We're forcing somebody to try and do great deeds for us. People are like that, guys. They'll be like, oh, no one ever does this for me. Nobody spends money on me, and they're saying it around certain people for somebody to then do it. Words are powerful, guys. Let me try and get through these comments. It's a reflection of wisdom, knowing I show love, but it's not always returned, so it's wounded. But what do you mean? You show love, but it's not always returned. Love doesn't have to be returned. Nobody owes us anything. You don't want a wounded heart. You have to heal from that. Um, AP goes basically everything is not to be spoken of. Yeah, I agree. Plus the devil can't read minds, only what you say in actions. Um, the devil can't read minds, but he can plant things into our minds, definitely, because he can communicate to us in our minds. If something in my mind is telling me to jump, that's the devil talking to me. So God can speak to you and the devil can speak to you. A lot of people don't realise this. So if I'm in a situation, it's telling me, guys, do not tell me that no one's told you in your head to kill someone. Come on. We've all been there, right? Been in a situation where you like, get so angry you want to kill somebody, right? That's the devil, right? Because it's not normal to want to kill somebody, right? No offense if there's any killers on here. There's a killer that's watched my, not you guys, but there's definitely in the past, there's a murderer that's watched my channel before. I don't know if it's when I was speaking about crime documentaries. That's kind of weird. This is why, guys, when I'm talking to you all, I don't give out certain information because I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm not scared. I'm just saying, the internet's a dangerous place. You're exposed, and anyone's got access to you. I said this on one of my live videos when I was talking about dating apps. I think it was the last weekly update. You don't know people, right? Um, I don't get the vibe that it's you guys. I feel like somebody in the past, a killer, has definitely watched my live video. Um, yeah, I wouldn't know which thingy, but I get that vibe. Um, if it goes, it is manipulation. Yes, it's manipulation. Hi, Anthony. How are you doing? From Ireland. Love to you, Ireland. If love ain't return, it's a no-brainer. Get it? That's what it means, and I'm healing. Do you want to talk about it, Lee? Because talking about, you don't have to if you don't want to, but talking can sometimes be healing, or sometimes you don't need to be spilling your heart out to people. Let's be honest, not everybody wants to do that. Oh, I mean, AP, other people. I could, even though you don't want to, I'll just put it out there. I could be someone that could say something that could trigger your healing. I could probably put you straight. You never know. Try me. You don't have to talk about your exact situation. You could give an example. Whilst I'm here, use your resources. I'm healed, God. That's good. Okay, I trust you. Oh, AUP's a tangible therapist. I literally want to be a therapist before. They always tell people that if you're not healed, don't become a therapist. But I think it's good. And people can listen to people. Yeah, one of my goals in life is to like help people, definitely. Lisa, true. Come on, Lisa, spill. You don't have to go into details, but what is it that triggers you about love? Right, let's start there. What triggers you about love? Come on. The reason why I say this, because you could be toxic for it. You could be somebody that's always wanting love in return. So when you're dealing with people, you could carry resentment and anger towards them. Not anger, but some hurt feelings. Oh, they don't love me back. And then you're feeling that inside, and that becomes toxic, because then you start controlling people and you start expecting a certain outcome, and that blocks you in life, right? That's why I said talk about it, but you don't have to talk about it exact, but you can touch on it in a way that it doesn't represent you. Um, Ivy goes, I need therapist to come to London, Hinton. That's so sweet. There goes my daughter. My daughter. This is literally a no judge zone. Like, we don't judge people here, right? The only time I judge people on here is if you're going to be come on here preaching the Bible and you're not even a Christian, right? And you're of a different religion and you're preaching the Bible to me. I am not going to listen to that. Oh yeah, you came in here before saying you remind me of. Let me see you. I can see a bit. Oh, are you a black guy? Because before you didn't have a picture. Oh yeah, your daughter, and I was giving you messages about your daughter saying she's going through something. I think it was you. It's so hard to remember everybody on here sometimes, guys. Candyman, 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 Candy, Candyman. How you doing, Candyman? I'm here. Keep talking, Tanya. Love you. Lee said that's right. That's right. As Americans would say, they would say that's what's up. That's what's up. I love how Americans talk though. They're so chilled, laid back. Have you ever seen when there's a stressful situation and Americans are just so calm in their voice? They're like, okay, ma'am. And I'm like, how are you not stressed? How are you not stressed? And they're like, because I've spoken to Americans like in the past, like when I call customer service, it's been Americans, and I'm like all stressed out, and I'm like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, ma'am, I will look into that for you. I'm like, how are you not stressed? And they come back on the phone and they go, you still there, ma'am? And I'm like, yeah. And they go, we took a look for you. And I'm like, how are you so chilled? Like, you're not like in the UK. Like, when the customer is stressed, you feel the energy. You're like, oh my God, they're stressed. How do I calm them down? You get freaked out. But Americans are just like, yeah, that's okay, ma'am. Yeah, we will sort that out for you. It's true though, isn't it? Listen to when Americans talk. Watch their videos. Even when, because I watch crime documentaries, right? They'll be so chilled in the crime. They'll be like, this person was 46 years old, and they went into this dangerous location. I'm like,
How are you telling the story so calm? Like, someone could be drowning and be like, "Did you get them out of the pool, man?" I think that's why Americans do good horror movies, you know. They actually do. Their horror movies are actually good because I don't watch horror movies anymore. But that when you watch their movies, watch how they talk. They go, "Is that okay, man?" I'm not joking. American movies will put you to sleep, not because they're boring. Try watching like a Eddie Murphy movie, right? And you'll be lying on the sofa like this, and the voices are so relaxing. They'll be like, "Yeah, man," and you're like, oh, "I just want to go to sleep." I'm not making fun of Americans, but they've got like this smooth way of talking. Then they're just so chill, man. Like there's no problems here, you know? Oh, Candyman say hello, I love you too, and I'm doing all right, and I hope you're doing good too. I'm doing so good. I am doing so good. I didn't think at this time in my life in 2026 I would be feeling good, and you know what? It's all because of God. Hi T, what's up? They see a lot with a lot of different characters. What do you mean, Lee? Immortal, immortal. Where is the love, my mi amor? You can't go to sleep watching Eddie Murphy. It's too funny. Trust me, guys. Have you guys watched Norbit or something like that? Right. If you're Christian, don't watch it. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Right. I'm just saying. Right. Um. Lee said, not New York though. They got a raw way of talking. Oh, let me try and speak like a New Yorker. Oh my gosh, how do they speak? I actually don't know how they speak. You know what? There's some cool American accents, but I can't do the other accents, right? Oh, do you know what, guys? I should not say this, but some American guys, oh my God, when I hear the accents, if I speak to some American guys on the phone, I'm just like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm still here. There was one guy that I spoke to before on the phone. We don't speak anymore now because I cut him off. I was like, I don't think we should speak anymore. He was a believer in God, right? He was so firm in God, and I was dealing with like sin and stuff at the time, so I was venting onto him, and he didn't want to hear it because obviously that taints your mind when you're trying to walk holy. Let me check my battery. I'm on 2%, guys. Let me go charge my phone, and let me just say this quick, and then I'm gonna go charge it. Um, when I'd call him, when I tell you his voice was so sexy, guys, I shouldn't even say this on here. How did he sound like? He was half black and half Mexican, so he had like a Latino kind of accent with a smooth black voice. He was like, "Hey, what's? Oh my God, how did he sound? Oh, I don't know how to do it." There was this song that sounds like him. It sounds like this, "Mammy," like that's how the song sounds, and it sounds like him. It was like that certain tone. It'd be like, you know, like Bobby Valentino, his voice. Hey, what's up? I don't know how to explain, like a sexy voice. I was like, oh my gosh, why do you sound like that? But you don't look like how you sound. Because he wasn't attractive, but he sounded so sexy. Oh my God. Italian twang? Immortal, mi amor. Let me charge my phone, guys, because I'm on 2%. 8% slow it down. Oh my God, guys. Do you know what? This is a problem because, guys, when I tell you energy is real, I've been mixing with sinners, right? And let me tell you this, because my friends are sinners, right? And their energy is going on to me because you guys know I don't usually talk like this, right? So I do apologize. My phone is on 1% and it's charging now, right? Because I'm not about to have my live video die out just because of my battery life. Lee's laughing his head off. This is so funny. We're gonna Lee, right? Because we're on a TV show. You know, like Ricky Lake does kind of TV shows. We're gonna go right back to you after the break. We're literally gonna go back into your topic. You are not sliding away this fast. I'll tell you that now. You're not sliding away. Yeah, but guys, trust me. Like everything I've said, if you listen to how Americans talk, right? Even when they're like swearing in their comedy movies like Rush Hour and stuff like that, their voice still sounds calm. They're like, get your ass up. Get your ass back up in here. Oh gosh, guys. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I had a fab day today. You know, hanging out like with my female friend, right, my daughter. It was beautiful because, guys, I never chill. I never relax. Thank you for the hearts.
Guys, I never relax. This is not good for your health and your body, your mind, your soul, right? I never relax. So the fact that I switched off, I felt guilty because I never got to go food shopping, but it's okay, right? I spoke with God. God was like, no, just leave it now. And I was like, right, that's fine. I'm not going to stress about food right now. Um, I'm probably going to stress tomorrow, to be honest, but it's okay. No, I've got, you know what, to be honest, I've got food that I can cook tomorrow. It's no biggie. I just wanted to get like basics like bath cleaner, hand soap, like things like that, and then something to tie me over. But I've actually got food I can cook tomorrow. I just wanted a lazy meal so I don't need to cook. But it's okay. This is the problem. I need to stop being so controlling over my routine and my life. I need to just chill and go with the flow sometimes. Balance, guys. You're from, oh my gosh, my nose is starting to run. I'm from Texas. Why is my phone not charging? One sec. It keeps charging and it keeps stopping. Why is my charger acting like this? I'm from Texas down south in America. I have a Texan. Oh, I like that accent actually. I actually like that accent. That's a really nice accent. But you know what, Candyman, I don't want to say the word lucky because it's quite toxic to say that, but you're so fortunate that you have some beautiful places to visit in the US. It's really beautiful and magical. Honestly, the scenery that you get to see in America is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. Check my battery life. I'm on 3%. It should charge quicker now that I've turned my data off. I can't believe all this time I have my data on. That's why it was charging so slow. I could have been on like 20% by now. Yeah, but guys, what's your favourite movie? Do you guys have a favourite movie? T said I could feel my phone vibrate when you charge your phone. Are you actually being serious, T? How's that possible? Is that actually serious? It's like they are expressed more than you. Oh, you deleted your message. Gangs in New York, my favourite movie. Oh, Two Block Truck is here. I've never heard of that movie before. Who recommended me a movie last time? Somebody recommended me a movie. Was it you, Two Block Truck? Somebody recommended a movie, something about zombies or something. How are you doing, Two Blood Truck? You're missing the party. My charger wire keeps going 40. 1 second. It keeps charging and it keeps stopping. Let me just check there. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Some of the accents I'm hearing are so nice. There's some really nice accents out there. They know, great. Love America, but individually, not as a whole. I hear that, Lee. But I know what you're saying, but I still love them as a whole. But I know why you're saying that. To be honest, I'm not even just saying. I'm not gonna just be agreeing just to be like, oh yeah, I agree with your opinion when I have a different one. I still love them as a whole though. I love their vibe. I love their energy. They Live is a zombie movie. Oh, was it you that recommended it to Bunchok? AP goes E.T. Oh my god, E.T. is a legend movie. You know the whole finger. Oh my gosh. There's so many great movies out there that people have watched in their childhoods. Every time I watch E.T., it makes a grown man like me almost shed a tear. Oh, E.T. when he goes back to his sorry, I'm like spitting on the screen. So I'm trying to speak quiet. E.T. when he goes back to his family. It's proper sad. Chuck said, yep. Yeah, I think I remember that live actually when we was talking about something and you recommended a movie. I still haven't watched it. E.T. Phone Home. Guys, I had a toy of E.T. when I was like a teenager because my mum brought it for me. She brought it me for Christmas. And from what I can remember, I don't know if it was my toy or my sister's toy. I think it was my sister's toy, but you could put batteries in it and his finger would light up and he would talk. And I was scared of him. He had like this red hoodie. I was actually scared of E.T. I used to be scared of like toys when I was a kid. I used to be scared. You know the Furbies? Oh my god. My mum brought a talking Furby for my brother, right? And then she brought like teddy bears or Furbies, right? And me and my brother and my sister all had one. I had like this brown one with like a leopard print kind of vibe, and then my sister had like a white one with like black dots. And I can't remember my brother's one, but she put them on the radiator in my room. And when I tell you they shrunk on the radiator, so I have this weird phobia when I was a kid, right? I still have this phobia now. If something is not in its original state, I become scared of it, right? So like if something shrinks, I become really ooh like that. So because the teddy bears were normal and then they became like shrunk, what it is, say if there was this size, they became smaller and I was scared of them. And my mom had to, yes, I remember Gremlins. My mom had to hide the Furbies, but you know what? My siblings would sometimes tease it with me and throw it outside, and I was scared for my life. I was like, "Oh my gosh, the Furby!" I was like, "Hide the Furby, hide the Furby!" It was so horrible. I think if I seen a Furby now, I think I'd still be scared of them. Oh, I used to be scared of lamb chop. What's lamb chop? Is that the food? Lee said, "Don't want to get too political here, not the right place, and I care about you. Don't want you get weird stuff happen." Oh, you don't want to talk about political stuff because it'll start making them watch more live videos. Is that what you're saying? Gremlins is a good movie, you know, like remember the woman, she got attacked to the Christmas tree, the guy's mother. That was actually, I laugh at that scene now, it's so funny. Oh my gosh. The poor woman got attacked and then the son had to come and help get the Christmas tree off her. They was beating her up, they was beating her up in the Christmas tree. Gizmo, that's so 90s. I miss the 90s, guys. The 90s was so good. Everything looked good. Everything was so natural. Oh my gosh. I miss the 90s. The 90s is a great year of film. Yes, it is. I don't know the lamp puppet. Does anybody else know the lamp puppet? Lee said, "Oh, I got a good film for you, or to watch YouTube movie, Meat Train." What is it about? Did anybody watch the movie Ghost? Anyone watch that? Get off my train! Let me think of a movie. I'll try and think of a movie that's not too girly, guys. See, my phone's on 5% already. You know, if I did this right in the first place, I wouldn't need to keep going to my charger. Yes, Ghost is a classic. Ghost is a real movie. Like when you think about it, like I used to think that when you die, because with my culture and a lot of other people's cultures, we believe. Actually, it's not just my culture. A lot of people believe this anyway. When you die, you travel the earth, so you're walking around. Guys, I'm burping. You're reliving your memories. Guys, can you give me a second? I just realised I need to check my messages to see if my daughter's text me. Oh my gosh, guys. She puts me in such situations. 1 second, guys. Hopefully this does not cut off the live because I don't want to lose this live video. Okay, so she's messaged me, but I'm scared that if I go on the chat, I'm gonna lose this live video. Guys, bear with me. I'm so sorry about this. Sorry, I'm laughing, guys, because you know, I got so much messages from her, but I told her that I'm on live video. Yes, Whoopi Goldberg, she's a freaking legend, man. She's actually a legend. Like that movie. Oh yeah, we're gonna go into the movie before I got distracted. Ghost out with a lot of spirituality. I bet you never actually decoded it. Should we try and decode it, guys? It's deep at the end. He gets to go to heaven. Oh yeah, that bit's so good. Yeah, when he goes to heaven. Oh, do you know what? Oh guys, I'm gonna sound so creepy for saying this. Thank you, Lee, for saying we wait for you. Do you know the most romantic part about this movie? The most intimate part, guys. I sound so creepy for saying this. The fact that after he dies, right? Because even though before they died, oh my gosh, when I tell you, if you are a hopeless romantic, the love scenes in that movie, oh my god, it's so romantic. Like it would make any person that's detached fall in love, right? It would make them want love, right? When I tell you the best intimate part about that movie is, you know, when he dies, right, and he finds out who his killer is, right? We're not going to go into that bit, right? But the fact that he comes back to save her, oh my gosh, guys, you cannot get no better than that. Because I don't want to be a spoiler for anybody, so I'm going to try and keep it brief. But the fact that he tries to protect her, and I think he uses their song to play for her to remember back to him, right? And that's so intimate to me, the fact that he's saving it and he can't physically do it, but he uses a body. He uses Whoopi Goldberg, Whoopi Goldberg, whatever her name is, Whoopi Goldberg. He uses her to be his vessel in a way, right? Should we decode this movie, guys? I cannot even text back my girl right now because, you know, the thing is, guys, I have to understand, like, you know what, God just told me not to say it. This is the thing, we have to be careful what we say, what we put out there, so I'm not going to say it. The escalators was so, I can never say that word, nostalgic. Let me think. The escalators when he goes to heaven. That's so sad. Oh yeah, she knows he's going as well, innit? She knows at that point, she knows he's going to heaven. So AP said, I can remove pin comment now, guys. Girls dealt with a lot of spirituality, but you never actually decoded it, and I said we should try and decode it. Oh, I mean, Anise said AP, Candyman, love you so much. I have to go. I'm outside deep frying. Oh, send me some chicken. I love you too. Love you too, Candyman. Love you so much. Enjoy the chicken. Honestly, enjoy it. Hello, love from Hampshire. Hi, David. How are you doing? Right, how should we try and decode? Should we? I don't want to be a spoiler for anyone that hasn't watched it. Should we try and deep dive into this ghost movie, the spiritual side of it? How's my phone still on 6%? Oh, it's taking so long to charge. Let me just check my messages from my daughter. 1 second, guys. I don't have a daughter, but you guys should know that I've got a girl that I've named my daughter, but she's not actually my daughter. So basically, the movie dealt with speaking to the dead, which is actually forbidden. Ah, the spiritualists dealt with that aspect of their religion. Oh, wait. Oh, AP, that's too deep for my brain. Let me try and work this out. So basically, in the movie, the movie dealt with speaking to the dead, which is actually forbidden. Okay, I get that bit. The spiritualities deal with that aspect of their religion. Can you break down how for my simple brain, how did the spiritualities deal with that aspect of their religion? Did it backfire? Like, tell me. Good movie in The Thing. Is that a movie? The Thing. Oh, Candyman, thank you so much. You know what? I'm receiving so much love lately. Someone told me they loved me yesterday and it really touched my heart. And now you're telling me that you love me. I feel like God is reminding me that people do love me. I actually appreciate it, Candyman. Thank you so much. You've been around for so long on my channel. You've been around for so long, honestly. You're actually really sweet. Thank you so much. Love you. I'm going to try and do my breakdown of the spirit. Let me check my messages because my daughter is probably going to get back to me. 1 sec. No, she hasn't. Moves deeper than you think, because in the Bible it says you're not to communicate with the dead. Yes, I agree. I agree. Emily said Drew Whoopi was not Christian and that's why she could see spirits. That's deep. That's so deep. But I can't say that word. Was possibly Christian. You're right though. I did not think about the I can never say that word. Hypocrisy. I can't say it. I'm not going to try and say it. The spiritualist religion deal with that. Right. Because I'm getting confused with the other movie, the Whoopi Goldberg, when she was a nun. The spiritualist religion deal with that? What do you mean? Like, how do they deal with that? The spiritualist? What's the spiritualist religion? I'm not trying to like act like you guys are not making sense. I'm actually trying to understand. Not in a rude way. I'm trying to understand. I want to understand what you guys are saying, so I can add my 2 cents. She was a medium. I know she was a medium, but what does AP mean when he said that? Deal with that. Deal with what? It's deep. I can explain, but it's a plus. Ah, do you mean like it's like he's dead and he's gone to heaven, but he's messing with a medium? Is that what you're saying? Because at the end of the day, you can't connect with the dead. I get it now. You there's no way you can actually speak to the dead. I get it. Tanyaman said I've been around 10 years now. Okay, I love you. Love you. Enjoy your chicken, honestly. Enjoy life. You deserve it. You deserve to be happy. We all do. Yeah, Lee. Candyman has been around so long. Do you know what? When I was like, I was probably young. I was so young. I would have been like, oh my gosh. When I did YouTube, I've been on YouTube since I was like, 16. Um, these accounts have been deleted now because this guy in America, he was a catfish. He made me delete a lot of my accounts. And I had a page where I was dancing. I think God wanted me to delete them, to be honest, because it was not appropriate. I was dancing on YouTube with my friend, like really dancing, and it was not appropriate. So I was like 16, 17 at the time. Yeah, so that got deleted. We had loads of views because obviously, like back then, you would have a lot of views. Like there wasn't that many videos to watch back then on YouTube, and you didn't get copyrighted for songs. And then I had another account where I was doing dance videos. I've still got that account actually, where I did dance videos. And yeah, I used to make choreography because I'm really good at, guys, I'm really good at making choreography, dance routines. I'm very good at recreating dances from music videos. I used to do that, guys. I used to every single any video that you could think of, I could redo their dance, right? And I used to put it on YouTube or the internet. This is way before TikTok. And then I would sometimes do like talking videos. And then I created this channel. And then I kind of I don't know if I should say it. God's telling me not to say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, God protects me. There's some things that I really want to say on here, and God's like, no, don't say it. Because the thing is, God can see, not you guys personally, because I know most of you are right, like AP and everybody else, like, so guys, AP, Candyman, a lot of you guys are all right, but there's like, you're gonna get like at least one or two people on here that are just fishing for certain information from me, and then they'll use it against me. That's the problem with the internet. So if certain people are gonna see this video, God would be like, no, but it might not be you guys. It could be like people that know me personally that might stalk me and be like, oh, she's posting a new video. Let's look for information. You never know. So God can see more than what I can see. And if He tells me not to say something, then I won't say it, because not everything you have to speak, right? Not everybody's ears need to hear what you've got to say. You have to be careful. Um, AP said, let me respond to Candyman first because he's gonna go. You was in your early 20s when was it? Yes, I was. Oh, do you remember? I was. Oh my gosh, I was so beautiful. I was someone full of like joy. I'm still like that person now, but I was full of joy. Had my little fashion going on, and I just loved making videos. But back then, I used to have to edit them. It used to take so long to edit. And I remember Candyman came to my channel, and it made my day because Candyman would be like the only regular person commenting on my live. I mean, not my live videos. He used to be the regular person commenting on my videos, and he used to be just he used to be the only person commenting. And I used to get so excited. I used to be like, Candyman's made a comment on my video, and I'd keep going, and Candyman would be like, keep going, keep making more videos. And when I'd leave YouTube, Candyman would like encourage me. He would, I don't know if Candyman would tell me to take a break, but Candyman would be like, I'll be here when you get back. He was always there. Candyman was always there, literally. Yeah, I was in my early 20s. I was a baby. I was actually a baby. I think I could have been like 21 at the time. And yeah, I was putting on, I don't know how to explain it because it's hard to think back how I was feeling back then, but it was so hard doing YouTube. It was so hard because you had to record a lot of things and then edit it, and everything had to be right, the angles, everything. Oh my gosh, I remember that. And Candyman was always there supporting me. I appreciate you, Candyman. Candyman, I remember you found me through another channel. I can't find her channel now, but yeah. Um, yes, I did too much talk. I actually danced to Therefore I Am. You actually watched that, that's funny. That was like I want to say that was my last choreography video. That was my last video that I recorded that was choreographed. And a group of people actually stole my choreography in Asia. I think it was China. They copied my routine and they posted it up, and I was so mad. But it's okay, that happens. But yeah, that video, when I did that dance video, it was meant to be sexy vibes. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying this. So I grew up watching Britney Spears and I used to want to dance like her. Well, I did dance like her, right? Britney Spears was super sexy back then, and she was the it girl, right? Her whole dance routines, right? And imagine I was a kid dancing to Britney Spears, right? Can you imagine all the sexy routines? And I thought that was normal, but anywho, right? So when I did that dance routine, I wanted it to be sexy, the kind of Britney Spears vibe, and the drop it low, That was the vibe I was going for, but at the same time I wanted to keep it a bit clean, right? Yeah, so I did that video and I brought, elements of, what, guys, I'm gonna show you, right? I'm gonna show you. All I can see is respect, Candyman. I'm gonna show you guys, right? I'm gonna bring it in. I'm not going to show you guys too much, alright? My phone's on 9%. I really need to start charging my phone before I do these live videos. Let's read the comments before I go into the whole dance routine, because dance is my life. Guys, I'm not just saying this. My heart and dance, right? Dance is my passion. It's my true love, right? God is my love, right? Let's be real. But on the world, on the earth, right? God is still my love on the earth, right? Let's put it this way. But career-wise, dance is everything. Like, I was known as a dancer to everybody, right? Everyone that knew me, right? If you know me and you don't know me as a dancer before, you're new to my life, because the old me, everybody knew me as a dancer. Right, I always got complimented my dancing. That's how I expressed myself, right? And I was so good at it. I used to be so critical of myself, and then when I watched, okay, when I danced normal, I knew I was good. But when I did any type of dance styles like ballet or anything like that, I thought I was so rubbish, because in those fields it's competitive, you have to be the best. But when I watched my old videos, I was like, oh my gosh, I look back like a proud mom. I was like, oh my gosh, I was so good. Lots of girls that age feel a need to see if the validate and internet allows this in some safe environment, but you don't know who you're really talking to, or it stays at. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Lots of girls that age feel a need to see if the internet makes you overshare. To be honest, guys, when like I talk to you guys on here, and if you guys feel like I'm oversharing, I feel like it's relevant, because I feel like there's certain things that people need to hear to help them. It randomly popped up after your recent videos. I actually did. Did you watch it? Right, so I'm going to talk it out. So, Britney Spears, right, okay, what I do when I choreograph dance routines, I listen to the music, right? And Billie Eilish is an amazing singer. I'm not a fan, but I'm a fan in a way that I admire how she expresses herself in music. She made a song before, right? I had a dream. I got everything I wanted. Do you know how deep, guys? If you've never heard that song before, please play it, right? God just told me to not tell people to listen to it, but okay, if you've never listened to it before, don't listen to it, right? But we're gonna go into it. The people that have heard it, if you think about the words, right? If you've never listened to it, just listen to the word, listen to what I'm gonna tell you about the words. She said she had a dream. She got everything she wanted, right? And there's like a, I don't want to say it's a bridge. There's a part of the song where it's just that last bit, and she says, if you knew what, this is going to be a bit wrong, but she more or less says this: if you knew what you said could go straight to my head, what would you say instead? Because there's words that people say. Do you know what? She's just so deep with her songs. So with her songs, you have a feeling. Hi, Luke. You have a feeling. Thank you so much for the like, guys. You have this kind of feeling, right? And hold on, I'm talking to God a second, guys. There's a download. God just told me to talk about something, but not to go too deep into it and not to explain who I'm talking about. But we're going to go into it after, right? But I'm going to bring it into this live video. It's very deep, guys. It's very, very deep. And I'm not happy with it. There's something that's really bothering me right now. And yeah, I'm going to express it in a bit.
I'm gonna still talk about Billie Eilish, Billie Eilish. So, you're Billie Eilish. If Billie was in Jamaica, Billie Eilish, come here. I can't even speak Patois right now, but come here, girl. I can't speak Patois, as you can see. I cannot speak Patois. Could not speak Patois for the life of me. She looks so different now, almost like a different person. You know her. Does she look like? You know her? Does she look like her for real? Wait, Lee, you're very poetic with your words. She looks so different now, almost like a different person. Yeah, that is possible in this celeb world. You know her though. She looked like her for real. Billy. Someone's put laughing emojis. Um, I don't know how to answer that, Lee, but I know what you're saying. Um, yeah, so songs have a feeling. She's very like emo vibes. I don't know. It's kind of like poetic with her words. She's very like, oh, it can be dark and depressing, but some of the songs are actually good. And when I heard that song, Therefore I Am, I kind of liked it. I liked the whole hook of like, I'm not your friend, but everything, damn, you think that you're the man. You see that whole part of the song? It's like very like, damn, it's very dirty, you know? Should be sharing that with you guys. But back then, right, I was like, damn, this is giving Britney, you know, like sexy vibes, right? Because when I used to dance, it had to be very like, you know. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, I like this. I'm not your friend, but everything, damn. I was like, I want to dance to this. So I was like, you know what? I want to create a sexy hook. That's why I was so mad when I saw someone copy that routine because I put a lot of thought process into that. Because you know, with anything to do with art, you put your all into it. You actually do. You put all your soul into it, right? If you're painting, you're putting your soul into it. It's not like you're just painting like, oh, this doesn't matter. This means nothing. No, you're pouring all your soul into it. If you're a writer, you're pouring your heart onto that page. Guys, you know how beautiful that is? When you're writing, your heart is pouring onto the page. I used to romanticize heartbreak. I hated being heartbroken, but I actually loved the fact that you could be like, I'm so broken inside, and you write about it. I used to think, oh, this is something to like publish. It's your heart is coming out onto the page. Do you know how beautiful that is? Guys, I love this. It says for here in California, Cali. Yo, Cali's Asian, you know, Cali. Does Cali mean black in Punjabi? Cali. Sorry, sorry. Hi Matt Classic, how are you doing? Spiritual Observer said Friday. I've never heard one song from her. Check her out. I don't think you'd like her music though. If you knew what I said, it goes straight to my head. What would you usually say? I don't know how it goes. If you knew what I had a dream. I got everything I wanted. If I am here, they don't deserve you. If they knew what they said would go straight to my head, what would they say instead? So what she's saying is, if they knew what they said would go straight to my head, what would they say instead? So would they say something toxic or what? A song's dark, the lyrics don't sound good, but when you hear the song, it flows with it. You're like, oh. You know what? I love music because, you know, like Sam Smith, la 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 la, I'm covering my ears like a kid, and you just feel the music. You're like, ugh. You know, music is so passionate. I love it. Lee says she has talent for sure, but it's something off about her new music. Like Rihanna, it's good but dark. I haven't heard her new music though. Some of these music you have to be careful what you're listening to. Eileen, are you okay? Gala means black in Indian, I think. Ain't it Kali? No, what is it again? I think it's Kala or something like that. I can't remember. Guys, I'm not picking my nose, it's a dry skin. Ava goes, relax, chill. There's some crazy people on there that are just literally like, how do you say it? Is it trolling? I don't know how to say it. I can't even say it. I'm gonna get back to the Billy. So, guys, because I felt that bit of the song, right? the sexy vibes. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to bring a bit of Britney to this, right? So the whole damn or anything, damn. So that's what inspired that, right? So that's why I was so frustrated when someone copied it because I poured everything into that. So with the song, it starts off with I put my arms out, right? I'm not doing a dip. I'm not your friend or anything, damn. And I used to do ballet. So when I'm doing ballet, you have to go like this and I tilt my upper back up. And what I love about that choreography is when I'm doing that, my back is really arching so beautifully in the dance. It's like when I watch that back, I'm like, wow. So I'm going back like that because ballet is so beautiful because they bend their backs and it's so elegant, right? And I did that because I used to do ballet, right? So I go back and then I know I do a dip, and that's the Britney vibe. So with Britney, she's very sexy, right? And she's like, like, sorry guys, I'm sorry to do this on here, but Britney is very sexual. She's very sexy, and I think they made her into a sex icon. I think that's how her music sold. It's this blonde beauty with a nice, good waist, right? And she's this so sexy, like flashing her hair. That was a trend back then, and it was a trend for a long time. Especially if you did dance, you would see a lot of sex appeal in dances, and that's what I was bringing into that choreography because sex appeal sells, right? So the whole dip, I wanted to keep it clean, but I was thinking about Britney in that moment. So the whole dip is like sexy, but then you got snap back into normal dance routine, right? I can't remember the choreography right now. I have to watch it back. But I do remember the dip and then the whole thing, and then I bring it back to that, and then that bit becomes very elongated. So in choreography, I do it quick, and then I bring it back really slow, right? And you snap back into it. I love dance so much. There's a lot of passion you can do with dances. Tango is a very passionate dance. All these dances that you see, there's a lot of it's passionate, right? It's just quick. Yeah, dancing you learn about tempo. You can go and then slow snap, pop, 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 true. Dance teachers used to always do that. They used to go like, pop, chun, chun. God, I'm not making this up. I used to do dance. Flexible. Oh, you guys, flexible seduction. Yeah. And I really wanted to capture that in that. And the thing is, people were watching and think, oh, she's just doing a dance. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm Britney, bitch. Like, I don't want me to swear, but Britney, when she came back out with Britney, I was so hooked as I love Britney, and she did in the whole "Give Me More." And even though I knew, oh my god, this is a bit too sexy, because you know when you are a believer, even when you're a believer in the world, you do sometimes have this thing where you're a bit like, oh, this is not appropriate. I shouldn't be watching this. But I was just hooked because it's Britney. That's how these people capture people. They know that once they've got you as a fan, right? Even if they're doing something wrong and really sexual, you're still hooked. You're like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's them. I love them anyway, right? Yeah, Britney, wow. She's mind blowing. You know how she created a career with singing and dancing, and the singing is what really captured me because I loved singing and dancing, and I was like, wow, this is so fun. It was like pop stars, and you'd be a kid and you'd be like in your room like, and it was like it's Britney. You've got to do her routines, the whole hair flips and everything. Oh my god, it's just wow. And you do see that in dances today. You know, a lot of sex appeal. That's probably why I don't dance as much as well, because dancing sometimes it can be a bit sexy and you don't want to do that. But if somebody wanted to hire me as a choreographer, I can deliver that sexy for them if that's what they want. My battery's gone low again. 1 second, guys. Just turn the brightness up. You are very smooth with that. Thank you so much, Lee. But you need to be specific. What am I smooth with? The dancing or what? Henry, is it Henry? 1KCS. Hello, beautiful millennial lady. Hope you have a day. I think you mean have a good day. Hope you have a good day too. Oh, Amy said she had good choreography. Yeah, I miss it so much, you know. Like, I can listen to a song and picture what I want to do with the song. And I'm like, yes, I need to get into this. And now on some chat room as dark. Some was caught deep, and others as relaxed struggle. Wait, Lee. I know on some chat rooms as dark, sharp storm, that words cut deep. Yeah, words can cut like a knife, definitely. and others as well, like Sugar. I shouldn't even talk about this, but you know Rihanna, when she first came out, I loved her poetry with words. You know, she had that song on Faithful. I don't wanna do this anymore. And then she would, I don't want to be a murderer. And even though I knew that was wrong to say stuff like in the song, I just love the dramaticness of it. And I remember she made a song, it didn't get released, but it was like Kisses Don't Lie. And I was so hooked. I remember playing it. I was a teenager at the time, and I'd play it loud in my house. And she used to be like, okay, guys, if you don't like sexual stuff, just block it out. But she's like, when you touch me, I don't even remember the words because baby kisses don't lie. Because you know what, songs are wrong. A lot of songs are wrong. Like Cher made a song saying, "If you know you'll know he loves you because it's in his kiss." So that used to program into my mind that, oh, if I kiss a guy, I'll know if he likes me or not. No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. I used to think, oh my gosh, the only way to know if a guy likes you is in his kiss. So I would, if I kissed a guy, I would be like thinking too much into the kiss. Did you like me? How did the kiss feel? These people are selling love to us. That's not how love works. Lee, guys, you make me happy. Thank you so much. Guys, I need a toilet. So, guys, give me, because I've been drinking these, guys. Right, give me, it's the fact that I keep it here as a souvenir. I don't throw it away. I'm so funny. I would chuck it away after. I'm going to charge my phone for a bit and go to the toilet, guys. Bear with me. guys, I'm back. I don't have much luck. My phone is just on 6% and I'm just taking out the charger. I'm just gonna have to just keep going in and out the room. I'm gonna have to just keep going in and out the room to charge it. I can't be bothered with being, you know, going in a room where you can barely see me and I can't talk loud. So I'm just gonna when I see it going low, I'm just gonna keep going in and out. Hi John, how are you doing? Oh, you guys left comments. You guys are so sweet. You guys just take your time. Lisa, no problem. Meet trainers. Oh, you're speaking to AP. Overnight. Yeah, so I want to talk more about my dancing, right? So my dancing was heavily inspired by singers, right? Shakira was a big influence in my life. She still is. I love Shakira so much. She's a beautiful, talented dancer. My mom first liked Shakira, and then I copied my mom. And I love the fact that she brings in belly dancing. So I got very obsessed with belly dancing. I wanted to be like Shakira. Didn't want to be exactly like her, but I was very much highly inspired by her. So I'd mix the belly dancing in with my natural dancing, which is really cool. Thank you so much for the like, guys. And you know, I got really inspired. I had belly dancing bouts. I got really inspired by the whole, I want to say, Arabic culture with the terms of dancing. I really loved it. I loved how belly dancers would move. On my battery, one sec. Turn the brightness off. I'll go and charge in a bit. I loved how the belly dancers would really move and flow, right? And how it would transition, and I was very much hooked on it. I just really loved dance overall. I started off as, I want to say dance hall dancer. I want to say that because I when I was a kid, I used to dance to a lot of reggae, right? I used to drop it down. I can't believe that was normal. I used to go down. Anyone that knows Jamaican dance or Caribbean dance, you know, we like to get down like that, right? And I feel like Americans dance quite similar, actually. Yeah, we like to get down, and I used to be dancing like that, bending my knees, going down up like that, and I used to hear everyone go, go Tanya, be like a kid getting down on the floor. You guys know it's dance queen, literally that's why I used to dance to. She's a dancer queen for life. Da, 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 da. I used to go down like that as well, man. And I used to go up and down with my knees bending. And yeah, I used to dance a lot. And through dancing to reggae, that I used to feel like, because there was an element of me, right, growing up in the UK as a black female, right, where I had to prove I was black, right. So not to like certain races amongst my culture. So I used to feel like doing Jamaican dances made me Jamaican, right. So I would really try and be really good at it. My sister told me to be quiet because she's about to go to sleep. And I was like, sorry, I thought I actually woke up, but I didn't. She's just telling me about to be quiet. So I would express myself through Jamaican dancing because I had to show the more I could move like a Jamaican, I'd be qualified as well, right? I don't need to do that now, but yeah, I would really whine and everything. And that was a lot, especially into my teens as well. When I was like 16, 17, I was at college. We used to brook it down, right? We used to brook it down, right? We used to back it up. We used to whine in the canteen. Oh, what song did we used to dance to? Bad for Me Barn. We bad for me barn, and that's why we go so. We used to dance to that. Oh my gosh, what other songs? Did we dance to Vibes Cartel? No, we used to. Oh my god, we used to dance to Mr. Vegas Hot Walk. Hot Walk. I remember that. Oh my god, in the canteen as well. Yeah. Oh, because noise, you're going on. Oh, because you look black to me. It's not that people expect me to be like ghetto. Oh, no, it's because I don't speak like a ghetto person. That's what it was because where I'm from, we don't speak like that there. And you know, I used to prove myself, but I used to get a lot of encouragement for dancing that way as well. Um, yeah, and a lot of my dances would be before I never made it as a professional dancer. T's laughing. Wine baby, wine for me. What song's that now? Oh my gosh. Did you dance to Sean Paul? Oh yeah, Sean Paul, Give Me the Light. Definitely I danced to that. And Temperature, when Temperature used to come on like at parties, I used to always dance to that. I used to go, oh Sean Paul's a good one to dance to. Elephant Man, give me a run, and you give him a run. Yeah. Oh, Sean Paul Temperature was banging like I got that. I used to go like this. Oh, I used to dance to Beyonce and Sean Paul as well. That one. And then Oh na na na, baby boy, you say I'm mama. Because back then it used to be like about hit rolls. I remember there was this girl I watched on YouTube, and she did like a hit rolling video. Guys, you should remember that if you watch dance back in the day. It was fashion to be able to roll your hips, especially with Marcus Houston. Up in the club, and it used to be like that. And I used to love dancing. Oh my gosh, I still love dancing now. Charlie Black. Oh yeah, I did dance to that. Like when I used to go clubbing in Greece. I used to go to Greece, and Party Animal came on. Oh, Lee said you're very Caribbean. I can see it in you. Thank you for saying that. Temperature was on orbit. Oh yeah, it was. I got that. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't just dance to reggae. I would dance to like a lot of R&B songs as well. Like you mentioned earlier. Yes, I mentioned a little bit earlier. Yeah, so I was very like that with dance. Ballet was very hard. I'm not gonna lie. Ballet was very competitive. I felt like I couldn't do it. You had to be really perfect. You had to be not skinny, but you had to be like the angles had to be correct. You know, you had to be very precise. It's with your hands. Right, let me show you guys. With ballet, right, your hands are not just like this, right? You had to elongate, right? Your fingers had to be like this, right? But you couldn't be stiff, right? Your shoulders, drop them when you're like this. Drop them, right? And when you're doing, what was it? When you're doing this, you have to also go like this. Oh my God, I can't show you guys. Like that. You want to come in here? One sec. Guys, sorry about that, I got interrupted. You guys know I'm gonna get interrupted, it's okay. Let's put some comments. Tanya was shaking it. Dude, I was always shaking it. I was not like to be like big-headed or anything like that. I would shake it. But the main thing was to get a lot of eyes on me. I know it worked. I used to get, if the people were not watching me when I was dancing, I'd make sure they watch, right? I'd do big dance movements for them to look. Wayne Wonder. Yeah, Wayne Wonder. Did I dance to Wayne Wonder? I did in the nightclub when I used to go clubbing in my mid-20s. 1 second, guys. Guys, my phone is on 3%. I have to go back and charge it again. I feel like I'm just doing this. If I could just charge it in, it'd be so much easier. Wayne Wonder, I danced to him in the club when in my mid-20s. So I remember dancing to Bounce Along because the DJ used to play that. Oh, the DJ was so good. I can't even say his name on here because if I say his name, it's going to give out the location. But he was actually really good. He was really good. He used to play Wayne Wonder, Bounce Along. And I used to dance to that. But I didn't really like that song. But Wayne Wonder is a good singer. I listened to him this month. That song Wayne Wonder. I don't think it got released, but it's called Glad You Came. And I was like, oh, I remember I used to like this song, and I played it, but it wasn't all that when I listened back. But it was all right back then. No, Letting Go by Wayne Wonder is a good one. I don't think I danced to. I did dance to it like if it played at home, I would dance to it. Um, that song was a huge tune. And Sean Paul, make it clap and make it clap. Um. That had the game in headlock. He's funny. T's looking, get somebody, she's a cutie. What song's that? AP's dropping the lyrics, but I never know what songs it is. I'm gonna have to charge my phone, guys. Charge it. 1 sec.
Sorry about that, guys. I need to charge my phone because I'm 3%. I need to be super quiet in this room because. Okay. Guys, I'm charging my phone in this room finally. It's still saying that it's not charging. Oh my gosh, something's happening with my charger, guys. Okay, it says it's charging now. Okay, finally, I can charge in it because you know what it is, guys? If I go in that room, I'm gonna wake the whole house up because some people are sensitive to noises in my house. So if I start talking in that room, I'm gonna wake them up. So I just moved all the crap out the way. Guys, I'm burping and plug my phone in. It's the only way, right? I can now touch you guys and be as loud as possible. Guys, this is the longest video I've done, I think. It's 2 hours long. Let's read the comments. April goes, it's how the song starts. Which one? No letting go. How does it go? Oh yeah, that little tune. So there you go now, baby. Lee goes, it made dance all nice again, and Elephant Man definitely was part of that. Yes, he was. Made it on the game, Def Jam. What a game. I don't know that game. If anybody else knows that game, you can vibe with Lee. Yeah, so guys, it wasn't just dancing for me. I'm gonna put a twist on it. So I also got interested in salsa. Which was really interesting. So I got interested in salsa. I started because music was a big part of my life as well. So I got very fascinated with Spanish guitars, and I started getting really interested in different cultures. I also liked hula dance at one stage. Obviously, I didn't really do it. Yeah, and it's just the YouTube, the internet opened you to new cultures and new ways of dancing, which is very beautiful. I've done Bollywood dancing in the past when I was a kid. I was really good at it. Like I've managed to do a Bhangra dance routine. It was so good. And I performed on stage as a kid. It was so awesome. Did talent shows as a kid. Oh my God, I was dusting myself off to try again when I was a teenager at school. My battery keeps, I don't know what's wrong with my charger wire. It's very faulty, and this is the, I don't know why it's been like this right now. It's been like that in another room as well. It's not charging properly. But anyway, I'll keep an eye on it. Shakira, I never really knew that she could dance. Oh, that is my tune. I don't want to speak Spanish. Como se llama? Nita. It's saying, what's your name? What's your name? Como se llama? Oh, baby, when you turn like that. My sister's going to kill me for singing so loud. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body. Have you heard the original of that song? Wycliffe sang with this other girl, and it's called Dance Like This. I think she's from City High, from the group City High. You know that song? What would you do if your son's at home crying all night? Yeah, her voice is beautiful. Oh my gosh, she's got such a beautiful voice. I'm sure it was her that he sang with. It was called Dance Like This, and it's literally the same song. It's just that Shakira changed it up a bit. And then she could dance. Where did it go? She goes, oh my god, I wish I could remember it. Just start with, we ain't gonna party. Oh no. Gonna party tonight. Hey, report to the dance floor, please. And he goes, and then she goes, I wish I could play it for you guys. Sick ass stuff. Baby, you got me hypnotized, especially when I look into his eyes. You got me, oh no, move to the dance of the conga, something like that. I don't know. I don't know the words properly. It's a voice. Oh my god! You know what, guys? Should I put it on the TV? Her voice in that song. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's absolutely so beautiful. The way she sings. Mm, 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 It's like she does a harmony. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. But obviously that song works because Shakira. The thing is, if you are someone that's very popular, you put them on a song and it just blow up. But it's classed as Shakira's song, but technically it's Wyclif's song with that girl. But yeah, whatever. Oh, the light bulb dance. Hey, hey, hey. I remember that song in the video would change. Wait, which song? Which song? Oh, the Wayne Wonder one. Oh yeah, it was like two different videos, isn't it? Let's do Wayne Wonder's dance. Oh my gosh, if I could just put my phone down. How's my phone on 2%? Why is my phone not charging, guys? This is not right. You know Wayne Wonder, that red cloth behind him is like, that's somebody. I can't even do it properly because I can't hold my phone. No, I don't want to hold my phone in this, but because my battery's charging, I can't even like, because I don't want to bend my phone charger wire. Oh my gosh, guys. My phone is not charging, it's messing up. Why is it zooming in? Oh my gosh, guys, you don't want to see me that close. It's not charging. One sec. It's saying it's charging now, but it's like 2%. It's gone backwards, I think. If my phone charges backwards, I'm going to cry. Because my phone's going to die. Guys, if this live drops out, it's because my battery. And I don't want the live to drop out, because that's when... Why is it not charging? Oh my gosh. You know, I should have done. I should have just left it on charge originally. Right. If I left it on charge from the get-go, it wouldn't be in this mess. It better go. It's on 2%. It better go to 3% and not 1%. I'm not playing with this charger. Because I've had the experience in the past where my phone charged backwards. I've got to keep an eye on that battery. Alright, let's go back to the comments, but I need to keep checking the battery. Remind me to check the battery. One sec. Because when I go on the live, it takes the battery away. Let's read the comments. Two But Truck's funny. I remember that song in the video would change to almost another song. Oh, Daddy Yankee was the one. Oh my gosh, guys. I actually had a major crush on Daddy Yankee. I saw Daddy Yankee on the TV and I was like, right, whatever he is, I like that ethnicity because I didn't know about Latinos back then. And I was like, oh, he must be Latino. I like Latinos, not knowing what they look like, right? And I was just like, yeah, I like Latinos. That is so funny. And everyone would be like, Tanya, you can't like Latinos, they don't like blacks. And I was just like, well, I don't care. I'm not saying that's true. It's just what I heard, right? Because I don't live in the US, so we don't really... I think Latinos are most likely to be in London, not where I live, though, because I don't live in London. But yeah, I was like, oh, I like Latinos. Let me check my battery. I'm on 3%, thank the Lord. Oh my gosh. And I'm not being sarcastic because there's some people that just say thank the Lord and they don't really mean it, but I am actually being honest. I actually do thank the Lord for that because if my phone was going to die, this live would end. These are great guitar music. Oh, Carlos Santana with that guitar with Sean Paul and Just On. Cry, baby, cry.
Look into the ocean. I don't even know the words, but Sean Paul sings with like pop singers. It's so funny when Sean Paul does that. No hate Sean Paul if you're watching this, but it's so funny when he does it because it like he mixes a pop music and he's got the Pat Warrior. Just cry, baby, cry. No cry no more. All into the ocean. Great guitar music in that film Once Upon a Time in Mexico or in Europe was called Desperado. I don't know that movie. You know, you got guys. If you guys know movies, you need to talk to Lee because he knows a lot of movies. I hope you guys, yes, City High were 100%. You need to listen to you know, the lady that sings with City High when she sang with was it Wycliffe? She sang with Two Wrongs. Oh, don't make it right. She can sing, man. I don't wanna fight. Yeah. I can't sing like her, but her voice is banging. I just say, touch me like you never touch me. Tua Jug said, you like reggaeton? Oh yeah, reggaeton. I didn't read your comment properly. Yes, I like reggaeton. Yes, yes. Oh, I used to like, literally, guys, do a vote, right? Because this can cost me my career. Should I post me shaking it to reggaeton on my last night out? It wasn't my last night out, but it was like my first night out to a reggaeton event. Actually, I don't know. I'm not going to post it. I was getting down, right? I was like, right, I don't know how to dance reggaeton, but I'm going to make it work. And I was doing the salsa. I was like, even the DJ was like, oh, my phone is 4%. Even the DJ was like, hey, when I was doing the salsa, it was so funny because no one was moving in the club, and I was like the only one on the dance floor, like proper moving. And even the DJ was like, wapa, or whatever he said, like to boost me up. I don't know the culture like that because he was Colombian. He was like, ah, or whatever he said. Because what I don't know if Whopper is good looking, so I don't think he would say that. But he was like boosting me up. I couldn't believe it. Like someone's actually dancing to music. You know, what, guys, I'm gonna show you. Let me just take my battery out a second. I'm gonna show you how I was doing that sound back. I'm gonna show you. Right, I'm gonna get that on right, and let me just put this up a second. Right, let me see if I can show you guys. I was like, there's no space in here. I was like, hey, like, oh my god, how was I doing it, man? I was like, it was like the salsa was going in, right? I can't even show you guys properly. And I was like, right, there's space in here, right? So the music's playing, right? And I'm like, how was I dancing? I'm trying to dance, but in a way that it looks clean because I'm not about to be shaking it on here, right? And I'm trying to be sensible, right? So the music was playing, the reggaeton music was playing, right? And I just remember like, I got it in my head, but I'm just thinking, how do I get my body to move the way it was? So I remember that I was like, salsa like that, and I remember going back like that and like spinning round, and he was like, whoa, like not whoa, but he was like boosting it, like I was like that, and he was like, it was to the reggaeton, and he was like, whoa, and then I was dancing like Shakira after that. Oh my god, it was so good. Um, I was in my element. I was like, yes, because I wanted to go to a reggaeton event before I went to Barcelona, and that was in 2019 because I remember it well. I always remember the years I travel, and I knew I was going to Barcelona, so I knew it was going to be Spanish music, and I was like, yo, I'm going to my reggaeton event, so I can get prepared for this, right? So I went to it. I was so gassed. I dragged my sister along with me because I was like, I really need to go. I need to go to a reggaeton event. Like, I need to do it right now, right? So we went. And I was just dancing. I was like, oh my gosh, you could do the reggaeton beat going in, right? And even though I don't know how to dance to it, I still dance because at the end of the day, we dance. It doesn't matter if you know the style or not, just dance. It doesn't matter. So I was really dancing. I was really like winding my waist and everything, right? And yeah, I did that. Then I went to Barcelona. So that was in March, and then I went to Barcelona in April. Yeah, I remember that really well. I hope you guys are too funny. I actually can't remember what I said now. Dance like this song. What do you mean, Two Bunch Chalk? Night Rider, Bongo Mix. Yeah, mix the ballet in it. That band was so fun. It's so energetic because I go, hey, 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 hey. I'm so funny. T said leave the phone in one position. Is your mobile data off? It is, but my phone is gonna go. Oh my gosh, my phone is on. Oh my gosh, 1 sec. 3%. I need to charge it again. Gasolina. Oh my God, Gasolina was banging. I feel like I couldn't dance to that song, but you had to really shake it. I was trying to keep it clean, guys. Gasolina. Latina, like the whole vibe. Whoa, Latina girls. Hello, like they are fire. Like the whole, they really came up with that gasolina, gasolina. And Daddy Yankee made a song with Fergie. I was hooked on that song. I was like, how old was I at the time? I think I was like 17 or 18. And that was fire. I don't know why you do it. I'm looking back door. Lee said your wire, your wire or on your live wire is slow charge. You need fast charger wire because you're under 5%. Yes, I do. I need to. I can't keep my phone here and charge. I have to hold it in my hand. Follow the rules. What rules? AP goes, yeah, post it. Oh, it looks so. Guys, sorry, I know there's married men in here, but I look so fire in that video. Like, when I used to go on my nights out, I did the whole full face. Like, I make sure, right, I looked really good, right? I didn't look good all the time, but in that, I looked like, hello. Right, I'm a different person now, but back then, whoa. Um, Tanya, yes, Tanya, I like it. I can tell you can move. Ivy's funny. Ivy, you're so funny. You're more extroverted than I ever thought. I love it. Lee. Oh wait, is that extrovert? Yes, I was. Guys, even when Candyman used to be on my live, my live videos. When Candyman used to be on my channel, I was an extrovert back then. I was a social bunny. I loved going out. I didn't go out all the time because I didn't have friends, right? But if I had friends, put it this way, I'd be out all the time. Let me check my battery. Okay, it's charging. But now I'm both. I like to be indoors, away from people, and then sometimes I like to go out. Um, but being a believer, let me be honest, being a believer has made me want to become more of an introvert because sometimes you don't want to be around people. And it's not that you don't want to be around people, it's just about people's energies, people not understanding you, they're not understanding your journey, and it can get really lonely because sometimes I wish I had someone to read the Bible with and study and discuss it. But you don't always get what you want. T said Scott, oh, he's missing a good night, he really is. To AP said you look fire, then definitely post it. I did post like one of my night out videos when I was singing along to Drake. Yeah. Makes it harder though, vampire and clubs nowadays. Oh, what do you mean by vampire? You have certain words way with your words, Lee, that I need to understand what you mean. Not like in a negative way. You make me intrigued. Yeah, so about the dancing. So yeah, reggaeton became a huge, guys, I'm not even saying it became a huge part of my life because I liked the Spanish music and I went to reggaeton and then I always listened to reggaeton because I'm burping. And I was just like, yeah, I want to be Latina. I went for that phrase. I went from being Jamaican to I want to be Latina, right? And salsa was a huge, kind of huge part. I used to go to salsa classes. Guys, oh my God. Let me say this. Do you know, I was at uni at the time, right? And I met this Spanish girl. She was so lovely. Oh, such a beautiful girl. She even wanted to know how to wine. I had to teach her how to wine. And she said to me, "Do you want to go to salsa classes?" I met her in a nightclub because I used to work in a nightclub, right? And I don't know. I managed because because I could get into my nightclub for free, right? So I was there all the time. And then it was a Wednesday because who parties on a Wednesday, right? So I went there on a Wednesday and she was there with some of her mates. But for some reason, I don't know how I found out because I was drinking that night, guys. I used to drink. Oh my God, I'm not proud of it. And because at uni people end up on stuff like that. I was on a drink, guys, not drugs or anything like that. Let's put it out there. It's just drink. So somehow I don't know how we met. I know how we met, but I don't know how it happened. I ended up talking to her and I found out she was Spanish. I was like, oh my gosh, tú hablas español? And then we started speaking and we became friends, right? Because she was really a friendly person and we kept, you know what's so beautiful, guys? Our friendship is over now. I still have her on Facebook. Um, but the part that she was in my life was so beautiful because she lived a bit further away from me, but she'd come and see me and we'd go out to salsa classes
or we'd sometimes go to club events, and she invited me to her nightclub. She used to work in a nightclub as well, and she invited me to one of the events where I got in. It wasn't like a party event, it was like a modeling thing. We done like a mini catwalk. It was so fun. She was really nice, and she actually came with me to my hometown. And I'm surprised she actually trusted me because she was from Spain. She knew nothing about me. She came in my hometown. She got in the car with me, my mum, and my brother. I would never do that. How did she trust us? I don't know. She got in the car with us, and then we went to like, my brother's friend's house party, and she knew nothing about me, and she still came. I was thinking to myself, I would never do that, and she was fine. She. I didn't need to take care of her. We were all good. You know, I know that my brother's friend, the company keeps, it's fine, and she trusted it. And then we went back, and then what was the whole point of telling you guys this? Yeah, so we went to a salsa event, guys. So I remember going to the hairdresser, getting my hair done, and trying to look super hot. Oh my gosh, guys, I dressed really sexy this night. I shouldn't even share that, but yeah, being worldly, you kind of do. So I wore an all black outfit. Put it this way, I look smoking hot, right? And I remember a guy from Spain, because it's very rare to meet people from Spain where I live, and he was from Spain. He was an oldish guy, guys, because I was like 23. I was 23 at the time. Oh my gosh, but being 23 back then, you feel like you're older, but you're really not. You're still a baby. So I was 23 at the time, and he could have been like roughly in his like 30s or something like that. He was way older, right? And I just remember he looked like an average guy. He was just not like someone you dance with, but he was really friendly. He asked me if I would want to dance, right? Because in salsa, they ask you to dance and you dance. And he got me for a dance, and I look sexy. Oh my God, I look so sexy. I was wearing like tights, a skirt, and like a corset top. Oh my God, I can't believe I wore that. But I wore that, and I looked. Do you know when you? Okay, let me just say this. Do you know when if you see like girls on the internet and they have a certain look to them, hair straighten, nice glowing skin, and they just look. When some girls just look skinny and sexy. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying this, but that kind of look, and they got it going on. I look like that. Like I look like that, and even women would like. He asked me to dance. We were dancing. I seen women, like grown women, looking at me because he was dancing with a hot girl. And he was like, I'm from Spain. I was like, oh my gosh, you're from Spain. And he was spinning me around. Oh, I couldn't even dance salsa that good. He was like really working me. I was like, okay, okay. And he was spinning me around. And you know what, guys? Can I tell you? That was the first. We was dancing to Mark Anthony. Anyone that's Spanish will know who I'm talking about. Mark Anthony. La, 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 la. Do you know what? I don't even know how to word this. Do you know dancing that song? The music came alive. I'm not joking. I got lost in the music. He was spinning me around, and it was like the music was beating on my chest. It was like I was a part of a live band. It wasn't a live band, but dude, salsa, you feel the music, and I was just like, wow. And I was like, dude, I love salsa now. I never saw that guy again, but he was so sweet. Like, if you're watching this video, I doubt you are. I really appreciate you so much. Like, you were so sweet, and yeah, you really made my salsa experience amazing, absolutely amazing. Like, I fell in love with salsa. I fell in love with salsa anyway, but in that moment, the music came alive, and he was a really good dancer. Like, because salsa, you have to lead the woman. Oh my gosh, I fell in love with the music, not with him, with the music. Like, and yeah, I was so inspired. Let's read the comments. Two Blunt Shook said I had plenty of reggaeton on my PS3 back in the 2008. Yes. And Don Omar was good as well. Let me check my battery life. 5%, that's good. Right, let's read all the comments. Energy of Vampire, yeah. Oh my God, the last clubbing has changed so much. The last time I went clubbing was before COVID, and we went into this club with my sister. And when I tell you, this room was full of begs, and they literally follow you everywhere you go. Oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like that in my life. You be on the dance floor and they'd be dancing. They're there. Like, how are you part of my journey in this clubbing scene? And then my sister said that we went to the toilets and one was following her. How the hell are you following us to the toilets? Like, what's going on? Um. Oh, do you know what, guys? You know how I was talking about makeup earlier? I want to do like smoky eyes here. I'm really inspired at creating my palette. Um, like you can be Dominican. Thank you so much. That's I appreciate it. Americans think I'm Hispanic. I don't think I look Hispanic though. But when I speak to Americans, they're like, "Oh, you're black. I thought you was Hispanic." I'm like, "Huh?" No offense. Like I'm cool with what people confuse me with. But I did not know that I look Hispanic. I've been told that people think I'm Brazilian as well, like the black Brazilians. They think I'm black Brazilian. I've had a Brazilian girl go to me, "Are you Brazilian?" I'm like, "No." But I was with a Brazilian guy at the time because my friend is Brazilian and he found some more Brazilian people to talk to in the gym. I was not at the gym, he was enrolling. And the girl that we were speaking to, she was black Brazilian. She was like, "Are you Brazilian too?" And I was like, "Nah." That's so funny. That's actually sweet though. Yeah, Mark Anthony. Oh, AP knows Mark Anthony. Check you. Oh yeah, because of J Lo in it. J Lo went out with Mark Anthony, Afro Latina, Donna Maar, Wishing. Oh yeah, I remember. I don't know if I said their names. Wishing and Yandel. I remember them, but I can't remember off my head. I can't sing songs because you need to speak Spanish to remember songs properly. AP, you're right. Beauty has no ethnicity. In that? Was that going to be controversial? Let's pin it. Who cares? You can see demons on people when you're 100% strong in the faith. I did not notice before that. Strange. Wait, what made you say that, Lee? Lee, you like to say stuff, but you don't like to expand on it. So I feel like you're not going to even say anything. Guys, can I check the messages from my daughter? Because I feel like she's probably going to text me. I lost my live video. Let me screenshot it so she knows I'm not lying on for. I lost my live video. Let me screenshot it so she knows I'm not lying on for over 2 hours. She wanted me to call her, and I'm still on live video. Lee is deep. Lee is very deep, but I know he's not going to expand on it because I get to know personalities on here. I feel like Lee, I speak for you guys. Okay, not all of you guys, but on this live today, Lee, I can read very well. I know that he's not going to expand on it. I just know Lee. Lee's one of those people who drop a comment or bomb or bombshell, whatever you want to call it. I won't call it a bombshell, but you drop a mic drop comment and you be like, what does that mean? And you will not go into it. Let's check the battery. 5% still. It's taking so long to charge. Oh my gosh, guys. It's making my head itch. Oh. Yeah, so we had the whole reggaeton, and then the salsa, and then yeah, I would say eventually in my dance career, it didn't die. I died to it. I died to my dance. I gave up on my dream, but my love is still there. But yeah, dance for me is an expression. I used to dance a lot in the clubs, guys. I had all eyes on me. All eyes on me. I remember doing a dance off with this guy. Oh, it's so cute. He was so nerdy, guys. He was so nerdy, right? And I was drunk, right? But I still remember it because I don't drink to the point I don't know what I'm doing. I was drunk, right? And I heard my friend in the background. I love him so much. He was like, here she goes, here she goes. Because he used to love and he used to see me like get drunk. I don't know how to word that because that sounds really weird. Thank you for the like, guys. He used to be like, yeah, here she goes. I think it was the fact that I used to dance, and he was like, here she goes, right? I don't think that he knew that I can dance anyway. I can dance sober. He thought it was when I had a drink, right? So he'd be like, here she goes, and then this nerdy boy is on the dance floor. I'm on the dance floor, and we're having the dance off. But I could tell, like, he was so happy. Guys, when I say this, I'm not being full of myself, right? But I could tell that was his happy moment. Like, he's dancing with, like, a girl that's attractive, right? I'm not saying, thank you for the hearts. I'm not saying it to be, like, full of myself. But you can tell, like, because he's, like, nerdy. He's probably not lucky with girls, right? I don't want to sound stuck up, but I'm just describing the situation. He was in his element. I'm dancing, he's dancing in front of me, we're having a dance off, and he was super happy. I could tell it. I could tell he was super happy. But I am someone that's so down to earth. I don't care who you are, I dance with you, right? But people don't know that. They think that, oh, they probably just think, oh, she likes me, right? My battery's now gone to 6%. It's taking so long. Lee said, I try go clubbing and it's not the same. I agree. After COVID-19, remember doorman asking to see if you're vaccinated. Oh gosh, that's if you're vaccinated. I was done right there. Damn, if you're dude, if you're not vaccinated, right, and you go in the club, right, that's your problem if you get if you catch anything. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So why are they making an issue that, oh, you can't come in if you're not vaccinated? Excuse me, who are you? I know they probably don't ask that now, but that's bad, you know. That's so bad. My phone's like charging on and off. So every time I move, I think I've mashed my charger wire. That's probably why it's charging so slow. LT said I'm not vaccinated either. But you couldn't get in the club at that time then too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, dance is very interesting, and I've had experience like teaching dance as well. It's been really fun. But yeah, dance is my life. It's so beautiful. I recommend everyone to dance, even if you can't, even if you've got two left feet, still dance, enjoy dance. It's beautiful. It's a work of art. Something that's beautiful as well is wedding dances, partner dances. It's so beautiful. People do hire choreographers for that as well. Yes, I taught dance. It wasn't like a long career. I had experience teaching children. Teaching children is the most beautiful thing you could ever do. Just teaching them moves. It brought me so much joy because I remember when I was a child learning dance routine. It brings you, the thing is, let me tell you this. Children that love dance, when you're teaching them dance, they love it. They're in their element and a lot of happiness comes out of their hearts. So I know how that feels. So when I used to teach dance to children, I used to want to make them happy. So I would teach them like really fun dances. It was so fun. Um, my life is silent. Can you guys hear me? Guys, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Oh, you guys can. Why did T, you scare me, you said silent. Hi, Scott Cook. Thank you, Chosen, for confirming that you can hear me. That got me so paranoid. I was like, I'm not gonna keep speaking if no one can hear me. My throat, oh my God. If you have a party, I'm there, Tan. Yes, get down on that dance floor. The last time I went to a party, it was a surprise party, and it was, guys, it was when I was choosing to go onto a narrow path. This is very interesting. So I couldn't shake my ass, right? I know. Let me check my battery. Still charging. I could not shake my ass, right? So I remember getting on the dance floor. I was still gonna dance though, but I was very what's the word? I don't know the word. I was monitoring how I moved, put it that way, right? I was monitoring. I didn't want to shake my ass. I was dancing, but moving in a, can I say, conservative way. And I did a dance routine to Chris Brown, because Chris Brown, what's the song called? I can't pronounce this word. Is it Juices? I don't know how to say it. The D-U-E, I think C-E-S. That came on. That's a banger. Dun, 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 dun. And that came on. I was like, dude, I'm gonna dance to this. Had my baggy jeans on. Had like a top that goes here, so I was covered here, like a fitted top and my blazer. So I was like proper baggy, like a man, right? I was like just like a man, and just remember like really doing like popping moves to it and just doing really sharp movements. When I say sharp movements, instead of shaking my ass, I was like doing really sharp actions to show that I'm dancing like proper urban, right? So I'm not dancing sexual. And I just remember people watching when I was doing it, and I was really feeling the music, so I was able to show my expression for the moves. Maybe I'll post that dance video in the future, I don't know. But it was really good. It was really good. Um, my cousin recorded it actually. She got a camera out because she used to always see me as a good dancer. So she got a camera out and she recorded me straight away. So shout out to her for recording that because I wouldn't have had that memory. But yeah, that was a party. Um, but it's nice to. I don't know if do you know what, guys? I don't know if I shut my ass in eventually. If I did, it wouldn't be in that way. I tell you that now. But I can't remember that far back. But I do remember like it was such a weird feeling. It's like I was at the party, but I wasn't really feeling it because I was being like, this is worldly. So I was there, but I made sure I had a good time. But I was restricted. I was restricted. I didn't drink any alcohol. I was just like, right, I'm gonna do this sober and I'm gonna dance when a good song comes on, and I'm gonna sit my ass down if I don't like the song. Okay, so I'm looking for a dance teacher to come to London also. Any idea? Hope he's funny. Two blunt trucks and a fro. Sometimes my live video does that. I don't know why. Right, guys, I'm gonna go into a topic which is very sensitive. It's gonna be about sex. If you are a child, if you're someone that's under the age of 18, if you're someone that's sensitive to extreme topics when it involves sex, is it non-consent?
Non-consensual. What word is it? Sex without consent. Trigger topics. Don't watch past this point. I do apologise. You might have to fast forward. Um, can we talk about this, guys? Because let me put it out there. It's not about me. This is not the whole "oh my friend" topic, and it's really about yourself. It's not about me. Let's put it this way. But it's something we need to talk about because there's a lot of young people out there that are engaging in sex, right? And they don't understand the levels of it. They don't understand, you have to respect your body. They don't understand a lot of things to it. They don't understand the spiritual side of it. They don't understand that when you're having sex outside of covenant, you're not protected by God, right? Which is where a lot of things start to happen. Let me check my battery. Oh, it's still charging. That's good. This topic is really hard to do. It's really, really hard to do. God just told me to take my time to do it because God wants me to talk about this, right? He actually wants me to talk about this, so I'm going to do it. He's told me to take my time to do it. Like, don't rush because it's a heavy topic. It doesn't really make me happy talking about this. Never leave your drink around these days and don't touch any door handle near the toilets. Smoking is all the time. Yes, smoking is a real thing. This topic is so hard to do. Can I be real with you guys? A lot of men anger me, and I'm not anti-men. I'm not anti-men, right? I hate what the devil has done to men. A lot of men are deceived by Satan, and I say it louder for the person in the back. A lot of men are highly deceived by Satan. Guys, if you think lust is normal, I actually don't think it is. I really don't. There's a lot of predators out there, guys. God said I can talk about this. Guys, I was in a relationship, right? And there was, because I'm very friendly. I'm a really friendly person. If I see you and I want to talk to you, I want to talk to you. Even if I don't know you, I'll start randomly talking to you. I'm that person. I met this guy on the bus, this man. He was an older guy. This is not like, I wasn't young at this time. I know what's going on, right? So I met him, started talking. He was from a foreign country. He wasn't from the UK, right? Where he's from is irrelevant, right? So we started speaking. He couldn't speak English properly, so I had to use translator to speak with him. But he liked my friendliness. He liked my kindness. For some reason, for some guys, with my friendliness and kindness, they think, oh, she wants me, right? They get a bit turned on, right? So I didn't realize that. I just thought, oh, he's friendly. I thought, wow, I've met a new person because I like meeting people around the world. So when I met him, I thought, oh, this could be like a nice person to hang out with and meet, right? Let me tell you, this man was an actual creep. He sent me a text saying, because he wanted to go to a coffee shop. Guys, okay, females that are watching this, I know that females don't really watch my channel, but if a man is saying, I'm going to eat you up like a snack, take it as a hint that he's trying to get you laid, right? And you don't meet with him, right? So he was like, oh, I really want to eat you from head to toe, something like that. He obviously used Google Translate, the dirty bastard. Oh, I just swore, I do apologise. Right, so he... He obviously used Google Translate to say that, and I was like being like innocent, being like, oh, I was like, you can't eat me. I'm not in the menu. Like, why are you entertaining that? I wasn't, but I was just trying to brush him off, like thinking that being innocent minded, thinking I can still meet with this guy. It's fine, right? And he goes like, who? Where was he from? I think he could have been from Italy, but he was half Italian and half Albanian. He was very dark. When I say dark, okay, being dark is not a bad thing, but dark for EUs can be dark as well. But the way he looked, I was like, where is he from? I didn't fancy him, but I just find it very fascinating when I meet people. I'm like, oh, where are you from? And because he was being really nice to me, I was like, oh, he's cool. We can, and he wanted my number. I was like, yeah, we can go for coffee shops. But come on, meeting someone for a coffee is not a crime, right? So I was in a relationship at the time, but I was distancing myself from my ex at the time. Like I was not feeling a relationship, but yeah, that's another long story. So I was meeting a guy as a friend, right? But in this guy's head, we're on a date, right? I'd love to do a video talk about this in further detail. So we got on a date, right? It wasn't a date to me, but come on, you meet a guy alone, it's a freaking date, right? He's giving creepy vibes, trust me, creepy vibes, right? So yeah, so we're at coffee, right? And I was super late. He kept texting me saying, are you going to still call him? I was like, yeah, I'm getting a lift there. Stupid me getting a lift to get there soon. I should have left his ass on red. So I get there and he's like really happy to see me. He's smiling, innocent. Because there's something about when someone doesn't speak your native tongue, they come across really sweet. Because it's like they can't speak, but they're smiling and they're communicating with you by smiling, right? And I thought, oh, he's really nice. Like I just thought, oh, he's really friendly. And I need to stop thinking like that. So he was like, can I get you coffee? And I was like, I'm really sorry. I need to go and meet someone, but I'm going to come back to you. I said, are you okay, right? And he goes, yeah, yeah. He had a little squeaky voice like, yes, yes. Oh, I feel sick just thinking about him. So I'm so funny. So I went to meet who I needed to meet and I came back to him and he's like smiling when I come back, like really happy. This man is now infatuated with me at this point, but I didn't know it. So he asked me what drink do I want, but he can't say it because he couldn't speak English. So he's like, trying to speak or whatever he said. He was like, yeah. I said, yeah, that please. I was like, thank you, like that. And yeah, so we sit. This it gets really weird. I don't know if I should go into detail, but I'm not gonna go into detail. God said go into detail. So we're sitting in Costa Coffee at this point, right? Lego's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. Yeah, so he didn't look Italian though, because he was mixed. Yeah, so we're sitting, I'm not saying he's not Italian, but he just didn't look like you wouldn't think he's from Italy. So he said I've not had sex since COVID and stuff. And I want to sleep with someone who took vaccination. Only one girl's room, and she thought the same as me. That's actually beautiful. I'm not laughing at you, T. T, you have some strong values, and that's actually a good thing because you stick to what you say. Okay, it's 3:51. I'm gonna scroll soon, guys, because I need to go in the bath. But yeah. Do you like if a man is attracted to you? Be honest with how it feels. So, do you like if a man is attracted? Yeah. Um, to be honest with how he feels though. Rewrite that AP so I can expand better. Okay, let's quickly go back to the story. Not because I don't want to answer you guys, I'm just get back into it quickly to get it over and done with because I actually don't really, I'm not really excited about this topic. I just need to get it out there. So he orders me because I wanted a hot chocolate and had a drink and I'm communicating with him through Google Translate at this point because it's very silent. We're not speaking, we're just texting on the Google Translator and I'm like texting and I'm like this and I'm smiling and watching him read it. And I just remember his face like looking and like he was being like really, I don't want to say loving, but if from an outside perspective you think, oh look at that couple, right? So it gets weird. He knows I have a boyfriend, right? At this point he already knows I have a boyfriend. So he reaches for my actual hand. We're in Costa. There's windows everywhere, and I'm thinking, what if my boyfriend were my boyfriend at the time? Oh God, it feels so weird saying my boyfriend because I don't have one. But I was thinking, what if my boyfriend like happens to walk past Costa, like and sees me with another guy? So I'm freaking out that he's holding my hand. Because okay, you had a man shit. Okay, guys, he's holding my hand across the table and rubbing my hand and look. Oh my God, this is creepy. He's looking at me like that into my soul and just like rubbing it like. And I never felt so awkward in my life. I was like looking down and thinking, oh my God, he's fucking. I'm actually swearing, guys. Like that. Excuse my French. I'm looking down thinking, oh my God, this guy's really staring at me. This is so weird. And I do think I pulled my hand away, but when I tell you, you know how weird it was? There was an English girl on another table and she looked over and probably thought, what the hell is going on there? Like, it was so weird. We're silent. He's rubbing my hand and looking at me. It was so creepy. I'm not gonna lie. And he goes, geez. So he's like really happy, like he's looking at me. And put it this way, I was fully covered, guys. I had a turtleneck jumper, so baggy you cannot even see my chest, right? And I was like with a hat on. I didn't even take my hat off because my hair was not even presentable. I kept my woolly hat on indoors, so I looked like a tramp, right? And he was just like so besotted with me. Is besotted a word? I think it is. So I was like, I need to go to Primark. That means he can go now because we finished our coffee date. And he came with me because he didn't want to leave me, right?
and I'm not saying it in a toxic way because I don't mind people coming with me to the shops. I don't have an issue with that. But he came with me. I thought, okay, then I'll let him come, right? Well, not that I had any choice anyway. And thank you for the hearts. So he comes with me and he bought because I wanted new pajamas. I got these fluffy, so sad because when I got these pajamas, I remember him. There was like these fluffy pajamas in Primark and it had sushi on them, and I was like, I like these, and he paid. I didn't like. Got to the till and he paid with cash and he threw the money on the desk to the cashier. And I was like, oh my God, because I don't like to be rude to people. And even I thought, oh my gosh, you're leaving a bad impression on me. And he put the money on the table like that. And I thought, and then it gets worse. So he's now, do you know when someone's really hitching onto you? You can't get away from them. Let me check my battery. It's charging. It's on 8%. It's so slow. Oh no, I can't say that word, but I know what you mean. Yeah. So listen to this, guys. I'm asking God to add this information in. God said no. There's some really dirty information I can't include on here. I'm not going to include it. I'm going to keep it very PG. So he wanted to take me out to food. So, because, God just told me not to say this bit, so there's going to be a lot of censored words out. I'm not going to say it. So he wanted to take me out for food. So I was like, okay. So we went to Nando's, right? Because I thought that's AP, let that sink in. So we got to Nando's and he was now trying to make moves on me at this point, right? So he's now in his mind, he thinks we are a thing. I don't know what he's thinking, right? So we get to the table and we order our food. He ordered like rice and something like that. I just ordered fries and chicken, right? And we got to, because you can get your knife and forks. Right, Nando's is you can get your knives and forks, and there was a sink there. Oh my gosh, don't judge me, guys. I actually got the knife and fork and I started washing it with. I got the soap and I started washing the knife and fork. And you know what? He actually copied me. He actually did the same thing. So I started laughing. I was like, because I always laugh. I always laugh at things. Guys, thanks for the hearts. I was looking at him and I started laughing. I was like thinking, he's copying me, man. It's so funny. It was like mimicking me. So we got to the table and we were waiting for our food. And you know like, how I love dancing, like the music's playing, right? And I'm rocking like this, yeah. And he started rocking as well. I was like, in my head, I was like, ee. So he started rocking and he's texting his phone with like this, and I was like, no. Obviously I didn't say that, but I'm thinking it in my head. Thank you so much for life. So he was like mimicking me, right? And I don't know, we was on this conversation. I can't remember the flow of the conversation. I remember saying like, he asked me if I got kids. I was like, no. And I can't remember what I said, but he was like saying me and you. And I'm thinking, what the hell? Like, he was he was up for anything. He was up for me and him forever kind of vibes. So that gave me a cold chill to my bones because I knew he really meant that ish. Which one? About the kids bit. Which bit, Lee? Which bit, Lee? So this is making me laugh. So at the end of the meal, because he was like really thinking he's got a chance at this point. So I remember going to the toilet and then I came back and then he wanted the toilet, right? This point I was like I can't read back Lee because um I'm still not gonna know what you're on about. I told you you don't like to expand. Um yeah, so I went at this point he went to the toilet and I'm not joking, I was thinking of doing a runner. You know when you see people go on dates and they just run and you never see them again? And thanks to the lights, guys, because I'm so like, I don't want to say I'm kind, but I care about people's feelings a bit too much, right? I sat there and waited for him to come back. I literally could have ran and escaped from this guy at this point. So he comes back and we get our coats and I'm thinking, right, it's time to go home. He didn't want me to go home. So we're in a public place, right? I'm asking God if I should say this. Let me just speak to him one sec. God said no, don't say what happened next. But put it this way, after him, I didn't want to go on a date with a man again. I was so scared for my life. Um, I would say if someone's giving some weird vibes, do not go on a date with them. I don't recommend dating anyway. I think it's devil. I think that dating can lead you to your death. Um, it's a very sinister game.
and I think a lot of people don't realize this. They keep playing with the devil's, what's that word? Is it devil's roulette or something like that, guys? Whatever that means is actually true. I've got 10 likes, guys. Thank you so much. People are really playing with their lives when they go on dates, and people think it's a joke. Anything can happen on a day, and I mean this at the bottom of my heart. A lot of men don't agree with me. Guys, when I tell you there's a lot of men that are messed up in their heads, and I feel like they don't know it. They're so full of lust, right? They think it's okay, right? That man's behavior was not normal. And the fact that he really got into his head that I was his is creepy as hell. And I know that some people might want to victim blame and be like, oh, it's your fault. You shouldn't have went on a date with him when he was like talking about he's going to eat you up. Because I actually thought he was joking. I tried to play it off. That man was not actually joking. Obviously, he did not do that. But, oh my God, guys, I dropped my phone. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm dropping my phone. Do you know what? You have to be careful when things drop because sometimes that can be demons, you know. I don't think the devil likes me talking about this topic. And now my phone's not charging. The devil is another level, I'm telling you now. 11 likes. The devil doesn't like me talking about this. But I'm going to talk about it because I don't care about the devil. Queen Love, how you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna try and guys, I'm purposely not gonna reply to your comments because I need to get into this message because the devil doesn't want me to do it. So there's a lot of men that are messed up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not anti-men, guys. You know I love men. I don't have an issue with men. I want to see the real truth. But they're so messed up with lust that they can't see what they're doing wrong. To be that besotted with someone is not normal. And the thing is, all he's thinking about himself and thinking about what he can get from me. And I didn't realize that at the time. I just thought, oh, I can be. I just thought, oh, it's a coffee date. It's okay. It's not okay. It doesn't matter where you go with these people. They're gonna try and take it to another level. Um, the reason why I'm talking about this is because I'm trying to introduce another topic. About sex without consent. That's why I'm talking about this. He did not have sex with me. Right. Let's put it that way. I'd kill him if he did that. But I seriously would. I would actually kill him. Right. Do you think I'm joking, guys? 11 likes, wow, that's amazing. But I'm not playing, guys. I'm not playing. I'm not playing with lustful people. But I was gonna say, the devil's sick. He's got a lot of men that see women as objects. They see women as meat to use. If you are having sex with a woman, right, and you don't care about how she's thinking or feeling, you're sick. And Jordan Peterson talks about this. He talks about how people that have one night stands, he said that they're narcissistic, they're psychopaths. There's a lot of labels to them. And it's a real thing that narcissists will have sex with someone and they would do it for their own pleasure. They don't really care about how you're thinking and feeling. How many times people have had sex with someone, right? They don't care who you are. They just shove it in. Sorry, guys, for the information. Too much info. What do you want to say? Too much TMI, right? Whatever you say. They'll just thank you so much for the likes. They will just shove it in, right? Don't care if the woman is in pain. They don't care who you are. They don't care how you're feeling. They don't care about your history. They don't care about nothing, right? Just give it to me. That's what they care. It's sick. It's actually sick, right? The fact that devils made it so normal that people can just gain access to people's bodies, right? Right, I'm going to go into that topic. Right, this is not about me. There's somebody I know, right? They met a guy, right? The first time, right? This is a trigger warning. Guys, hello to everyone that's coming on. I can't answer you right now. I will get back. I'll get to you eventually. If you are, guys, if you are sensitive to information, if you are triggered by rape, if you are under 18, please click off. Right, this is going to be a very trigger warning. There's somebody I know. They met a guy. Right, they don't know this guy, but they decided to meet him drunk. Right, I told them don't get drunk. Right, they did it anyway. So they meet this guy drunk. Right, they go to a location. Right, with him and about 6 other guys, right? Bear in mind, this girl's drunk, right? And I don't know what happened, right? Yeah, sick men out there for real. I don't know what happened, but put it this way, the female remembers nothing. Guys, so many people have done this. So many people have got drunk and had drunk sex, right? They don't remember what happened, right? So, um, eventually they take her home, right? And she gets back to me and she said that she asked him what happened and apparently he had sex with her, right? And she don't remember anything, right? If a female is drunk off her face, right, you've got to be, if you know she's proper drunk, right, and you think it's okay to unzip your pants, guys, I'm gonna go into detail. I don't care. If you think it's okay to unzip your pants when a woman is not fully conscious, right, I don't know how to say that word. She's not fully awake, right? She don't know what's going on. She's out of it, and you think it's okay to shove your inside her, right? You need your head testing, right? I'm being deadly serious. Right, first thing, like, thank you so much for those. You need your head testing. Guys, that's not normal. That is not normal, right? If you like the fact that someone's so drunk, right? The devil's sick, right? The devil's sick of these people think it's okay. Someone's really floppy and you getting aroused by that and you think it's okay to just shove it in because you're going to take advantage of that. So, I said to the girl, I said there's a possibility you could have got ganged, right? You could have got ganged, right? They freaked out. They was like, oh my God, what if it happened? I said, no, 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 it didn't, right? It didn't. Don't think that, right? Do not think that, right? I tell her, go and take a Plan B. A Plan B is emergency pill, right? The reason why I talk about this is because this is happening every day as we speak. People, you think these things are not happening? There's people that go into taxis and get, right? Tell me I'm not lying, and they're drunk, right? This is why I said there's a lot of sick men out there. The devil is really working through men, right? It works through women as well, but I'm just saying men because men are more dominant and more stronger, and they're clearly just shoving it where they want to shove it, right? Right. If you guys think that this is normal, it's really not, right? We need to be careful what we're doing, right? Because whatever goes around comes around. It's real. So yeah, put it this way, I told her to go and take a Plan B, which is emergency pill, because he told her, guys, I'm really sorry for this information. She asked him what happened. He said he only did it for 10 seconds. She goes, did you think that's possible? I said, I don't know. I said, did he drink? She said, yeah, but she don't think he was that drunk. I said, there's no way he could have done that for 10 seconds. Nobody does that for 10 seconds. I don't know anyone goes, 10 seconds, shove it in for 10 seconds. How are you going to be able to have sex for 10 seconds? That's not possible. But anyway, right. I told her, I said, ask him if he used protection. She asked him. He said no. So not only does she not recall having sex with him, he shoved it in without protection, right? And he said he only did it for 10 seconds because she collapsed or something. She was out of it and they thought she was dead. The fact that it goes from him having sex with her to the friends suddenly being in the picture because he said the friends was not there. The friends being in the picture asking if she's dead. This is really happening, right? This can also happen to men. Men. It's a real thing, guys. It's really happening out here. People you cannot trust. You let your guard down, you get drunk, they will take advantage. I am not joking, right? So she gets a Plan B, right? She gets a Plan B and they do it again. This time sober. Because for some reason now the female, when women get, right, they think that they can have sex with him again because they feel like they've already done it, so why not? This is very toxic. If you feel like you've done something, if someone's done anything with you and you think that you might as well just do it because it's already happened because they've done it without consent. It could be anything, it could be touching, it could be kissing. You think, oh, they've already kissed me now, I can kiss them again. Do not do that. You don't owe anybody anything. If you want to kiss them, that's your choice, but don't do it because you think, oh, it's already happened now, I might as well kiss them again. No. So they do it again, right? What do you think he goes and does after she's already took a Plan B? He finishes inside her. For anyone that doesn't understand what I'm talking about, he
he ejaculates, he comes inside her and he knows that she took a Plan B. And let that sink in, right? And I said to her, that's what he did. He already, when he said 10 seconds, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. He actually finished inside her when she was off her face. I believe that because I said to her, take a Plan B. I asked God, he said, take a Plan B. And you know, taking a Plan B, right, is not right. We know that it's dangerous, right? For God to say it, that means there's a chance she can be pregnant, right? And that man, I'm sure she told him that she took a Plan B. What kind of evil does that? Do you know what? I'm not going to be like I told you so. I told her, right? I said to her, listen, right? I said to her, don't go and see that guy again, right? People don't listen, right? So, not, and you know what the thing is? She told me, she said she was going to use protection the time she's sober. What happened to that? So, you know, this world, right, is it's another kind of evil. And if you've got, guys, the reason why I'm telling this story, because even though you guys are men, you guys have got sisters, you've got daughters, you've got mothers, there's people doing some effed up stuff. Guys, I'm sorry to swear, they're doing so much effed up stuff. They're cruel, right? I am against things like that. The fact that that person felt like it was okay to do that to somebody when they was off their face, right? They've taken advantage of somebody when they're not even awake. They're not sober, right? And even though this is gross to us and it's very dark, it's happening a lot more than we realize, right? And with that guy in the date, who knows if I couldn't get he did not want me to go, right? Put it this way, I had to put up a fight, right? Because he made up in his mind she is not going anywhere, right? And there's a lot of people it's hard to find the words. The devil's running right with this world. It breaks my heart. Because a lot of people are not choosing God. If I could cry now, I would cry. There's people in vulnerable situations, in vulnerable positions, and people are actually raping them or they're doing disgusting things and they think it's okay. There's children out there. There's a trigger warning. There's children out there that are being abused right now as we speak. No amount of silence for that. People that are in authority or they're older, they think it's okay to touch innocent people or this is not consent, this is no consent. And I'm talking a lot about lust on my channel now. I'm talking a lot about sex outside of marriage, right? When you think about it, this world has normalized sex outside of marriage and that clubs people together. God said I can say this. I've I've had sex outside of marriage. I'm not gonna lie, right? I've had it, right? And when you're doing that, you're breaking God's covenant, right? You're breaking the rules. You're sinning against God, right? And people think that it's okay for them to have sex outside of marriage. They think it's okay, but you know what that group it puts you into? It puts you into the lustful people. And you know what comes under lustful people? Rapists, pedophiles. Who else? Most men, right? This is no joke. Most men that are having sex outside of marriage, a lot of them are raping women. Because a lot of men get turned on by saying to a woman, come on, let's do it. And she says, no, I'm not in the mood. And they start forcing themselves onto the woman. This is really a heavy topic. They throw themselves at the woman. They start seducing them. Women do this too to men. I'm not going to lie, right? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They start seducing, right, to force you to do it, right? And this is classed as rape. let that sink in. Most people that have had sex outside of marriage have been raped, and they can't even talk about it because in their head, listen to this, the manipulation, in their head, they think that they wanted it. When someone has seduced you, guys, thank you for the likes, 14 likes. When someone has seduced you, right, your brain, it tricks your brain into thinking that you want them sexually, right? I'm sorry, but if two people are in a room, right, and one person doesn't want sex, and you think it's okay to touch that person or kiss them and force yourself onto them, right, that is no consent. I'm being serious. If I have to physically, if I'm in a room with a guy and I have to start putting my body onto him, and he's like, no, 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 and I say, come on, and I start seducing him, right, that is a Jezebel succubus spirit, right? And eventually it caves in because he starts feeling some type of emotions because the minute I touch him, he starts doing, oh, but he doesn't really want it, right? But he starts feeling some type of way. And at that point, it's classed as rape. It's classed as rape. There's women bullying men in the bedroom, forcing them to have sex with them. That is rape. Whether you like it or not, a lot of people are having rape sex. They think because the person's suddenly caving in that the person really wants it. A lot of people wake up in bed and they're thinking, oh my gosh, I had sex with that person. I didn't really want them. They seduced me. And that's what messes up people's mind. That's why a lot of people go into depression. Look at the world today. So many people are depressed and messed up in here. Do you think it's a coincidence? That person's energy has now been exchanged onto yours. That succubus spirit, right? This is no joke, right? If I am someone full of lust and I've now just had sex with you, right, you will start to attract certain type of women into your life. This is why people can't get good partners. Now that I've put my spirit onto you, because the only way you can get my spirit is if you have sex with me, right? So I've put that spirit onto you, and then you start attracting these women that are all seducing you. They're like, yeah, let's have him, right? And you're thinking, why are all these women all seducing me? What's going on? Because now the devil can play with your mind, right? The devil knows how to capture you, and the devil knows that you don't even want it. There's a lot of men out here having sex with women, and they don't even want sex with her. There's witches having sex with you, right? There's a lot of women that do witchcraft. Any woman that's into zodiac signs, tarot cards, zodiac signs, the majority of women are into zodiac signs. Just look at the internet. They're witches. They ask you when your birthday is and they start predicting how you're going to be together. That is witchcraft, right? I'm going to read the comments. Guys, there's people in danger. We need to teach people about the dangers of sex. We need to reinforce onto our children to wait until marriage. It's so important. My phone is not charging. It is now. Let me check. We need to teach children to stop having underage sex. I'm being serious. It's not normal for 12-year-olds to be losing their virginities. I'm being serious. That is not normal. They're not in the right frame of mind to be doing that. And they're being seduced into it. They're being seduced into it because Satan comes into that person to then seduce them. Do you think this is a coincidence? Think about the everyone on here that's had sex outside of marriage. There's been a time when you had sex and you didn't even want it. I'm being 100% serious. And you literally, the devil was in the middle of that. So now that female now, right, that man is nutted in her, right? And she can't take another pill because the pill only covers you for that last time you had sex, right? And you can't take another pill for um another month. You can't do two. So the devil wants that female to be pregnant by a useless sick man. That's the aim. When I tell you, when the devil has an aim, he doesn't stop until he aims good. What is the devil aiming at in your life, right? The devil wants your mind screwed up. He wants you to be like, oh. When Adam and Eve sinned, did you know their mind went? They was completely gone. They wanted to be off the earth. They committed suicide 3 times. Did you know that? And God had to revive them because once you sin, right, your mind's gone.
your mind is gone, right? No one can tell me that they've had sex and they feel good after it. They're like, you know what, I want to marry this person. I feel good emotionally, spiritually. No, you don't. If you feel happy after sex, it's just an illusion. Trust me. You've just made a contract with the devil. 15 likes. Wow. And then the people that don't want sex and they want to stay pure. The devil's after them, right? He will send a lustful person, somebody that really wants sex. And he will send that person to them. And the person goes, come on, have sex with me. You're telling me that's not the devil? You don't want sex, right? And the devil sends you someone lustful, whether you're a man or woman. And they're saying, come on, come on. I know some women that are really throwing it at men. And it's not normal. A woman that thinks she can just flirt with a man and go, here's, come on, have some. Do you think that's normal? You're sleeping with Jezebel. You are sleeping with, you're actually sleeping with the devil himself. You think spirits don't go inside people? Do you remember how my phone dropped? The devil did not want this message to come out. What some people don't understand, guys, listen to me good. When you're having sex outside of marriage, right? Listen to me good. That person that you're sleeping with is literally the physical devil with the horns, right? But what you're seeing is a female or male, right? You're seeing someone, you're thinking, oh, that's so good. When I tell you, Satan, right? Satan can really please you in the bed. I'm not even joking, right? Satan can. This is why people get hooked to sex outside of marriage. They think, oh, it's a quick thing. I can go back to my normal duties. You think once you have a taste of Satan, do you think he's going to let you go? He's not. He's not. Oh, at least said hallelujah. He's not going to let you go, right? He's going to keep going. And this is why, yes, I feel like it's like drugs. This is why you cannot meet a good partner, right? Roles after role. Can I tell you guys something really deep? God said I can talk about this. Can I tell you something, right? The men that I attract, right? They're very lustful, right? I attract a lot of lustful men. And I always made it clear to men, I'd be like, you know what, I don't want sex with you, right? I would say that to them right from the get-go. I'd be like, I don't want sex, right? Because I don't really know you like that, right? Listen, each man that I let go of, do you know what happened? It's like a level, right? So one guy is okay, right? The second guy, he will try it on a bit, right? And I'm like, okay, right. And I'm thinking, let's break away from this. Each time, the men got worse. So the last day I went on, that guy, the Italian Albanian one, I would definitely say if I went away with him to his house or whatever, he didn't invite me to his house because it's English, he can't speak English. But I feel like if he could speak English, he would say, come on, let's go to my house. I actually believe he was a rapist. 100%. 100% I was on a date with a rapist. Right? And at that point, I got scared because I thought, you know what? The guys that the devil is sending is getting increasingly worse because no guy ever in my life was being that pushy on a date. Do you know what he did? He was trying to force me to kiss him outside in public. He grabbed my wrist, right? And I was fighting away from him and I couldn't get away because he grabbed my wrist. He was trying to force me to kiss me. I'm not joking. And people were walking past and no one was helping me, right? And I was like, no. And he was like, please, please, kiss me. And I was like, no, like that. And I couldn't get away. I was trying to fight for my life in public, right? I'm not even joking, guys. And he tried to like touch me somewhere private, and I was like pushing his hand away. And this is in public because this is after the restaurant. He was like, "Oh, I freaking want this girl," and I was like, "I gotta go." And he grabbed me, and he was like, "No, stay." And I was like, "No, I need to go." Like this, it was like that, and even like how that sounds. Imagine that. Imagine being alone in a room with that. After that day, I was so spooked out. I'm not joking. I didn't go on a date again after that. I was like, Satan is really sending some men to me. Yeah. Yes, damn AP. I could see the levels of it. Satan, if you resist Satan and you don't want sex, you are getting raped. So I advise people, just like the Bible days, women didn't speak to men. Women were not allowed to speak to men. I think people should go back to that because in Muslim cultures, women are not allowed to speak to men in the actual, not in England, but like in the actual Muslim countries, women are hidden away. Have you noticed, like, if you go to places like Turkey, you rarely see the women. You'll probably see like a few of them in hotels, working in hotels. You're not allowed near their women because they can't speak to men. I don't know if it's changed now, but that's how it was in the Bible days. Women were not allowed to speak to men, and that's better because when you're speaking to men now, you're not protected. A lot of women are not protected by men. A woman is supposed to have like a father figure or someone protecting them. If you need, remember, if people wanted to get married to a woman, they had to ask the dad for hand in marriage, right? What? Oh, thank you, AP. Oh, I keep thinking AP. It was Lee. Sorry, I thought AP said damn. Sorry. Um, what people don't understand is the devil is really right in our faces, like literally here. If there was someone here that's influenced by saying the devil's looking at me, like it's no joke. You think you're not dealing with the devil? You're actually dealing with a physical devil going inside people's bodies. So the devil is sick, right? And we have to be really firm in the Lord's word. People laugh off God's word, right? I'm being serious. There's people on here that think, oh yeah, God says this, but we don't have to follow it. If God said a man and woman that is married can only have sex, guys, don't be alarmed when you get raped, when you're dabbling with other people. I said it. We all know the law, right? And when you look at society, they're all doing it. They're all doing it. Everyone, most people have got parents. Some parents have been married, right? And they've had kids and they've been married childhood, right? And it's just them having sex, right? But there's a lot of people that are having sex outside of marriage and then they choose to get married after, right? There's a lot going on, right? There's a lot going on. And, that's what, there's something about God. He said, if you've been married before, it's sure there's a rule in the Bible. Don't marry someone that's been married before. There's reasons for these things. God's rules are real. A lot of people don't realise it. It's to protect us from Satan, right? Thank you so much for the likes. People don't realise these things. And the thing is, that female, right, that's happened to. You do realise I spoke to her about God, right? I spoke to her about God, right? And I said, look, right, God can give you a good man, right? You just have to follow him, right? That talk went out the window when they went to meet with the guy again. And look what the man did. Look what the man did. And you see, when they get pregnant now, there's a high chance they're going to get pregnant. If a man finishes inside a woman, right? There's no 1% of her getting pregnant, 1% chance of no. There's no 1% chance of her getting pregnant. Definitely not. There's a high chance of her getting pregnant. See, I was choked. Satan's trying to make me choke. This is what Satan wants. There's people. I do really feel it for people that get pregnant, right, and they didn't really want that sex. So Satan keeps bringing rapey types into my life, and I rebuke that in the name of Jesus, because if that man does not believe in God, if he does not follow God's law, I don't want him. I'm being serious. When you see people really being strict, that they really want a believer, when you see those church people that really want someone that's a proper believer, I don't blame them, honestly, because in this world we cannot be dabbling with people that are dabbling with Satan, right? Because they're going to be easily led by Satan. This world is so sexualized, it's unreal. The fact that when you turn on the TV, you see people in bikini thongs, and it's all about sex appeal, right? You got people, kissing and stuff on the TV. You're not even meant to kiss. You're not even meant to kiss before marriage. And we've normalized this culture. You've got people thinking, oh, let's try them out before a commitment. Try them out before commitment. Do you know how you sound? Do you know how that sounds? Like a piece of meat. How would you feel if I said to you, I'm going to try you out before I commit to you? What is there to try out? Sex is for reproduction. It's not a sport. It's a serious thing. And it's important to talk about stuff like this because a lot of us are programmed to believe it's okay. It's not okay. It's really not okay. If you think it's okay, just look at all the people that have been raped through it. and you still want to say it's okay to have a one night stand or to just have casual sex with somebody. I don't know. This culture is really weird. It's really weird, and it's there's so many people doing it that are religious. A lot of religious people. It doesn't matter what religion you are. They have rules to not sleep with people, and they still do it. They cheat on their partners that they're married to. If you're married, right, your eyes should be locked on that one person. You should be looking at other people with lust, looking at their ass or whatever assets they have. That's not normal. It's creepy. It's rapey. It's really creepy. You know, when I see like men that are married with kids and you're checking me out, are you okay? Women that are married checking out other guys. That's weird. That is really weird. I don't know. Ugh. This culture's weird. I don't know. It's just a bit free spirit. It's a bit freaky. It's a bit like, oh, let's do what Satan loves. The world is damaged. It's very damaged. You know, if you think it, you know, that person that's had sex when they were drunk and then they told me that they might as well have sex with the person again because they already did it. I said, but you can't remember when you was drunk. You can't remember anything, so you don't owe your body to him. And look what he did. He literally just finished inside. So what happens now is when you have sex outside of marriage, there's a high chance of abortion. So if that female gets pregnant now, she will have it and then she'll get judged by God for it because that's murder. The devil knows what he's doing, honestly. The devil's very clever, you know. I remember her expression to me that she doesn't want kids yet, she's not ready for kids. And look what the devil does, man. I'm not even smiling because of that, I'm just smiling because the devil is just deviling. Boy, the devil can hear your conversations. The devil can hear your conversation. If you say you don't want something, the devil will bring it in one way or another. That's how clever the devil is. The devil's clever than us. Did you know that, guys? Did you know the devil is clever than us? Because the devil knows the Bible inside out and he knows God really well. He knows God's law, and then he would do everything in his power to get us to sin against God. When you sin sexually, guess what? That's the only sin when you sin against your own body. That's why people's minds become messed up, right? If you are, I keep this really PG, if you are touching for pleasure, right? When you're doing that, you're sinning against yourself as well. This is why a lot of people they become in a cycle trap. You can't, you know, people talk about addictions, they talk about smoking, but sexual sin is very addictive as well. Once you do it, you just want it all the time. And that takes over your body. I'm gonna be all the comments now, guys. Let me check my battery life. It's like 13%. Many time, Lee said that. It's a very deep topic, guys. I'm trying all these comments. I do apologise, guys. I had to message out honestly because it needs to be talked about. There's so many. It's so horrible to talk about. It's real. Hi, Max the Messenger Live. How you doing? Lisa that gave me a call to I know who really back. Million Vega. That's fine. Queen Law said hi. Do you remember? Yes, I do. I think. I hope you said you're crazy. She's gorgeous. Thank you so much. Hi, only new fave topic. I feel like you're new. Oh, AP said I love and respect women. That's so beautiful. I want that because that's so positive. We need some positivity here. Sick men out of for real. Yes, not just oh yeah, people are sick. The thing is, it's not them. It's Satan doing it. So what happens is Satan sends a lustful people your way. Because remember, Satan looks for someone to devour. So if you are off your guard, and remember, the Bible tells you to be sober. So if you're getting drunk, right, the Satan can send something your way. And what Satan done is he makes people think that because they've already done it, they might as well do it again. When people get raped, yeah, I don't want to speak for all people that get raped, rape victims, but a lot of them, if they get raped by someone that they really like, someone's coming. One sec, guys. Guys, I've got to go.
One sec. I'm going in another room. But as I was saying, I'm gonna get interrupted. One sec. I didn't know there's a time because in my house, like, some people get ready for work at this time. One sec, guys. I didn't know that was the time. I forgot. Um, One sec. Yeah. So when someone has that happen to them, if it's someone they like, hope you guys can hear me. If it's someone that they like, right, they will do it again because they feel like. I'm gonna leave this plug. I can't be bothered to plug it in. Somebody else can do it. 1 second, guys. I'll go in another room. 1 sec. 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, so I need to be quiet because I'm in a room where I can't. Guys, you're gonna have to turn the volume up because I'm in a room where I can't be super loud. But as I was saying, like when I'll keep it PG because I'm not alone now. But when someone has had that happen to them, there's a high chance that they will. If it's someone that they like and that person's done it without consent, they feel like they might as well do it again because they've already done it with them, and that's manipulation, and that's how Satan works. 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can read the comments. Oh my gosh, one. Guys, you know how it's Saturday? I forgot that someone in my house goes to work on a Saturday, so I thought that no one would be up. 1 second. Phone keeps charging and not charging. Let me try and read your comments. Um, Two Truck said, it's pure evil. It's very evil, but you know, if you think about it, like anything outside of God's covenant is classed as evil anyway. So when we're having sex outside of marriage, that is classed as evil to God. And God, there's a Bible verse where God says He's going to judge the sexual immoral. So sexual immoral is sex outside marriage, like anything like that. Oh my gosh, I pressed the wrong button. I'm trying to charge my phone as well. It's just not charging. Maybe it's very dangerous. A woman can get done for it, but she was drunk. Men have to be careful. That's what I said. I said to her. I did say to her. I said, "Do you want to report it?" And she said, "No, she doesn't want to report him." So she's already bonded an emotional attachment to him, which is why now he's amped it up a level. And now that she's sober, he's dominated her. So I feel like I actually feel like he actually raped her when she was. I don't want to say this because she actually wanted to have sex with him, but she was too drunk, so she can't remember anything. But I feel like now, after what she's told me, I feel like he definitely raped her when she was like off her face, and he can get done for that. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was a group. I don't think that the more boys done it to her. I think it was just him. But he's showing that he doesn't respect her. Again, people are doing things outside of covenant, so what do you expect? Anything that's outside of God's covenant or anything outside of God's rule is always going to be twisted. It's never going to be straightforward. This is why a lot of people struggle in life because they're doing everything outside of God's will, right? You do anything outside of God's will, it's always going to be corrupted and twisted. Right, this is why you have to stay in God's lane, stay in His will, stay on the narrow path. I'm not even just saying this, I'm not trying to force you guys to commit to something that you don't want to commit to, but don't expect your life to be happy and glory if you're doing everything against God's will, because anything that's outside of God's covenant, Satan is going to take over. It's no joke. So heavy, this topic. So that one hit different, opposite women in my time. Maybe guys, I'm shaking my head. So that comments, hi chosen for spirituality, hope you're good. No means no, but a lot of people don't hear no when they're when they're horny and they want it, and Satan's telling them to do it, they're going to do it whether you want it or not. Lisa, for that's twisted. Yeah, sex is for marriage, but unfortunately it doesn't work like that nowadays. That's AP. Thanks for that message. I'm trying to go through the comments. Yeah, I feel like it's drugs, it's addiction. Yes, sex is addiction. Chosen for Jesus. God does not agree with contraceptive pills or condoms or abortion. I agree with that, but the reason why I consulted with God is when I asked God, he said yes, you should take it. That was a sign that he definitely finished in her. Do you know what I mean? So I do believe God spoke to me in that situation, but the fact that I prayed for them and everything, and they didn't want to listen, right? They obviously went back to the same mistake, right? And I warned them not to go back to that person. That person is showing them that God just saved you, but I'm gonna undo what God's done. As I was saying, like to do, like to undo what God's done. God was protecting her. Hi, spiritual hive. I'm gonna have to go soon, guys, honestly, because someone's gonna come in this room. It's so hard to do this live video. I didn't know anyone was gonna be up today for work. God's wisdom makes the smartest person seem silly compared to the God's wisdom. Wait, God's wisdom makes the smartest person seem silly. I see people that are not smart, they just see it as something silly. I get it. Too friendly to strangers and I mean, I would say, yes, I am. I'm not going to change that though. I do like being friendly to people. I actually love being that way because I feel like people need a bit of kindness in their lives. Too much Chuck said that's why I'm glad I got on semen retention for too much information. Yeah, semen retention is so important. Men gain like superpowers from it. I'm not even exaggerating. They gain more self-control. They become more stronger mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. They have more control over their lives, and their lives become more. You just can think clearly, basically, and make better decisions. Because when you have sex, it's a sexual exchange, and if you're doing it with someone that's not your wife or husband, they can steal your destiny. I said this before. They can taint your lives as well. This is why a lot of people's life, if you have dreams, you can't achieve your dreams. This is why a lot of people take so ages to achieve their goals because someone's delaying it. You hear people saying, "Oh, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do this." You're never going to achieve it because you're sleeping with the devil. The devil is draining you sexually because that's the highest way to drain you. That's why sexual energy is so strong on earth because sexual energy begins with women. Women can seduce men really well. And that's how, if a man is focused on life, if a woman that comes into his life starts seducing him, he's sold on that idea. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. He's sold, and the minute she seduces him, he forgets everything in his life and he runs to that woman. And then that woman leaves him high and dry. She leaves him. She doesn't really want him. It was just to steal his soul. Satan wanted to steal his soul. That's why you always see, like in movies and cartoons, where they always use a sexy woman. Have you noticed, like is it Tom and Jerry, or was it Powerpuff Girls? You just see a sexy silhouette of a woman dressed in red, like a devil. Spiritual host said, "What do you feel a spiritual man or woman should have before getting a relationship?" Guys, I really can't answer this because I do need to go, because I'm gonna get interrupted. This is so hard. I thought I would have more time to do this. Let me try and answer. What do you feel a spiritual man and woman should have before getting in a relationship? Have a relationship with God. Get really close to God, I would say. And just listen to God's voice, honestly, because there's so much deception out there. Best I got was 40 days. T's trying to do something essential. Just keep, even if you do 40 days, go back on it again, T. Lisa, 100%. T belongs to 40 days is good. Most people can't make it past a day. That's true. Lisa, it's late on. No, like, yeah, I do need to go in a bit, guys. It's staggered since I kept trying. Keep going, T. You've got this. Pick up your cross, T said. That's been nice. Beautiful message. Can you guys actually hear me? Lisa, this is twisted but tan. This is her problem, not yours. That guy could hurt you if she got back and talked to him. No, he can't hurt me. He can't get to me. Chosen for Christ said hi. Satan attacks people. Guys, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna read the last two comments, guys. I'm saying bye from now, so you guys can all say bye to me. I actually love you all. I appreciate you all for being here, but I'm going to reply. I'm going to read out T's last two messages, and I'm going to go. Saying this, people who've lost before they turn 18, so they know no better. Yes, but then God shows them as they get older too that it's wrong. Pin that. Perfect comment. T, that's actually a gem coming from you. And I'm not trying to be toxic or patronising, but that's actually a really good message from you. T says, so it's not always as straightforward as people think. In the world we live in you are targeted. Guys, thank you so much for the hearts. Guys, I appreciate you all for being here. I don't think anyone's going to watch this back because it's like almost 4 hours long. Guys, I love you all. Have a good night, guys. I actually appreciate you all. T, Charles, guys, Lee, AP. Who else was here? Oh my gosh. If I didn't mention you, I appreciate you. Two Blunt Truck was here. Oh my gosh, you guys, so much amazing topics in here, movies, everything. Guys, I gotta go because obviously I think the room that I'm in, I think it needs to be occupied. So I need to go in the bath and get ready for bed. Guys, such an amazing live video. We're doing a part 2 to this. We're gonna do a part 2. It's not gonna be the same, but yeah, I'm so glad that you guys are here to listen, to understand. It's a really touchy subject, but it needed to be addressed. I am saddened by the situation. That, you know, hi, all men matter. I'm so saddened that Satan is really taking advantage of everyone. I need to go, guys. 18 likes. Guys, peace. Sorry to rush up, but I have to go. Ciao.